Are you looking to add an in-tank fuel pump to your ride, but you're afraid it's a little too complicated to do on your own?
Wow, big country.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're having an audio issue. I'm not sure why. We're going to test that out. We'll figure it out.
I'm just so glad.
May have to do a reset here in a second.
Man, if you have a chance to ever go on that guy's line,
Got to go to the club. Could you see the girls he could pick up in that truck? Unreal. But I'm just glad to see Big Country here. I've seen him for many, many years. It's a guy who's learned most of this stuff by asking questions and doing it himself. There's your number one qualifier in Pro Mod. Look at him down there, walking around, pacing, wondering, will I be here in Q3 the number one guy? Because he knows for darn sure there's some guys out there looking to whoop him up a bit. But what a great thing Todd Martin has done here today. I mean, he put on his Facebook his car being built all winter with his guys and how hard they work for hot dogs and hotel rooms. And, I mean, it is unreal. How about that? Hot dogs and hotel rooms. That's your new, hey, there's your new slogan. Crew shirts, hot dogs and hotel rooms, man. But what a great team. He'll be one of the guys, if you ever go talk to him, if you have the same guys and they gel together, there's nothing that can't be done. You know, and even if you got to get a young guy and teach him, but once you get him taught and you all gel together and one guy knows his job versus the next, I mean, totally Todd, unlike Frankie Taylor, right, who does everything himself, has no fingernails left, him and his brother. Look at him down there. He's shaking his head. I can hear it from here when he shakes his head. Oh, what a good guy. I miss that guy. Todd, why don't you tell him to bring his car back out? I did yesterday. I don't know what he's drinking. We went to that island with Jones. You know what I mean? And we're right here in his backyard. You know, he's drinking the punch somewhere, right? He's drinking the punch. I don't know. Frankie, we love you, dude. I have for many years. I can go back to watching you. Remember in St. Louis in the Firebird? Yeah, I was there, dude. They had to use more than the jaws of life. They had to use chainsaws and sewer-cutting pipe saws to get him out of that car. Unreal. Seen him do a lot of things, man. Still the record holder. I believe at a 48. A 348, he's been the fastest ever, and he did that on used tires that he borrowed out of a guy's dumpster. It was Riccia's car, and he said, are you throwing those tires out? He went out there and set the national record for Pro Mod at a 348. Still holds that number today from Rockingham. Cool, cool stuff. So Pro Mod's right here around the corner. There's our man Jimmy. He keeps everything going here for the Midwest Drag Racing Series, the official race director. It's so nice to see him back this year. He was out building dirt tracks and at Tulsa, Oklahoma. They finally got the water to give him a break, and they've got their one heck of a track that Timmy Cunningham is going to be in charge of down there. He's down there still trying to get it ready for opening day in April. So it'd be good to see them guys out here doing their stuff. Thank you to Jimmy for coming back. You got Brandon Pez. I'm glad to see him. And all the things that he went through just a week ago. I'm just so happy that he's okay, man. I mean, these guys live to do what they love to do, and you just hate to see when things go awry. But Brandon, I'm just glad you're out there, and man, did he tune him up yesterday. Some good stuff coming his way, and proud to have him tune anybody's car around here. So, shall be cool. God, I want to say, is that Billy down there? Billy, is that you? You're looking good, man. No, it ain't Billy. See, no, that guy's not as good looking as Billy. That's Phil Schuler, dang it. Billy's got him by 2 weeks and a half in a cosmetic bag. They're doing, I don't even have to hear what the kid next to him's saying. He's like, don't mess him up. 2 goes into 4, 4 goes into 8. He knows his gazintas, like Jethro. Oh, Stevie Fast, so nice to see you. Whether you're driving or not, you're just a bright smile to a lot of faces, man. That kid's something else. Well-deserved to be wherever he goes in this world of racing, man. He's proven it. He has nothing to prove to anyone but himself anymore. It's so cool to see him out there. So those are the big names as we get ready to go right here in third round of qualifying. And here comes the California kid, man. Summit Racing Equipment, Stroud Safety Equipment, Pro Modified, round number 3. There's the burnouts, turbocharged in the right side, a couple of Proline twins down there. How about it right there? Joey Oaksis, out of Fremont, California, probably one of the youngest guys in category behind the wheel. Started it out last year. Told his dad, the big man right there, Scotty O, who has won some of the biggest races in Pro Modified. He's traveled the country. I can remember him back in Englishtown when he went down there to race with Dave Hance. Him and the driller went down there. Scotty O down there, the big guy, used to drive the car. The kid said, let me try it. They put the kid in there. He was phenomenal. He cut the tree down. He was a very good driver. So he gets his chance. Here's Travis Brandt, the Brandt Electrical Corporation sponsored machine. The Brandt family will be behind this car. Kid's driving it well. He's number 2 in qualifying right now. He gone 368 in this machine. Joey O, he's number 4, right under Whiteley. And the beautiful Natalie pulls him into the mark, says, go get it. Girl that loves drag racing more than the sport loves itself. Gets ready as they pull Brandt in to the top lights. Here comes Joey O. Let's see the reaction time. The turbo building boost. Jeff Pierce tuned Ford Mustang. Wow, look at Travis Brandt. Wow, man, a little wisp of maybe piston smoke at the end when she breathed, or breather smoke. 368 or 205 miles per hour. So 368.3, they just went 368.4. How about that? They got that thing on bracket kill right there. So not bad for the Brandt Electrical. There's Pops Brandt right there, the man who put that whole deal together. So good to see him. You still like me, right, Dad? Dad remembers back, they said, go get the kid. And he says, go on down there and get him. And Trey with his father, it's so good to see him out here. Joey O having problems in that round, and that's why we have qualifying. Because you can come out here and be a hero, but then you can come out here and say, God, am I glad that happened in that round of qualifying. Scott Oaksis, who's his father, who has won on the mountain with Drag Illustrated in the World Series of Pro Mod, was probably one of the greatest celebrations ever. And this is probably a great celebration for him to watch the kid driving the car. He's got Joey, he's got Anthony, the younger one, who likes the motorcycles and stuff, but it's so cool to see him out here enjoying life. So, Pro Mod should be in the lanes. Would any of you like... Are we going to go on the same schedule now? Or are they switching up? Are they bringing top? So the funny cars aren't next?
We're going to bring those school back half and then go with that car.
All right. Someone told me, tell top sportsmen and top dragster to get ready.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying. I don't want to mess you up.
That's their normal stuff. But we're going to bring in old school behind.
You want me to call him in?
Yes.
Old school. Old school back half. Come on in behind Pro Mod. Old school back half. Bring them back to the lanes, please. Old school back half to the lanes, please. That'll fire us up. We'll go right to California once again with Eddie Thornton right here, the driver of the Lenko Chevrolet-sponsored Camaro. And here's John Stouffer, Neosho, Missouri-based. CUDA 71. CUDA. Scott Palmer tuned and raced partnership with this team this year. Scott Palmer, the Top Fuel NHRA racer, is standing down there, and the guy who has the Nitro Coupe, I would say, the Nitro Pro Mod, Nitro Burning Pro Mod, and also a alcohol funny car. Palmer, who races a lot in category, but was going to race today, but he said, no, we'll take it one step at a time. He loves to see that John Stouffer's getting down track with some good numbers. Stouffer comes in after yesterday's qualifying and finds himself at, let's see here, let's find old John on our old list, our paper list here. Did he even make a full pass to put something down on the paper? There it is, number 11, 378. Been 378 yesterday with the CUDA in the left lane. Eddie Thornton, who's been number 9 in qualifying right now as we talk, at 374, so 0.04 of a second off each other, these two cars. Makes for a good drag race right here if they use it that way and they try to cut the light down. Yul Brenner's kid pulling Eddie Thornton in. There goes the young Yul Brenner out of Hollywood, California. It is so good to have him here. Didn't find an acting career, but he sure found a career working on race cars. Here they go. Shane T tuned. Whoa, Eddie's got to get out of it. Good driving job. Stouffer goes down 3.74 seconds at 197 miles per hour. So Stouffer and company, 370, they find 400s. They got to be happy with that. 400ths of a second, a little quicker. There's smile on the faces. I just got to look for Palmer's face. That's all I'm worried about. If he's happy, that means the team's happy. Hey, listen up. If you are not with a race car, you're not to be on the starting line. Please. They just gave me the report up here. Anybody up there that's not with a racing team, you need to remove yourself from the starting line area. Get beyond the wall or something, please. You're all right, Natalie. You know what I'm saying, though. I get the report. I'm not the bad guy, so... Hey, what are you doing? He ain't working? Man, his hands are going to be clean this weekend. That'll lead us into the J&A part of the series. There's the man himself, Whiteley, J&A Service owner Jim Whiteley out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Mike Labatt out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. So these two not too far from each other. If you're out there on, what is it, Highway 75 or 70? I can't remember the numbers, going through Denver, or 25 it would be. So J&A Service. Look at that Chevrolet Corvette, tuned by a mindset of guys that could probably build a space shuttle down there. But you got Phil Schuler, Top Fuel tuner. There's Stevie Fast Jackson looking in the car. He's a hired tuner on this team. There's Jim Whiteley and the guys. Stevie Fast usually in the seat of one of these cars, but this weekend just tuning for Whiteley. He's got his team out there, so they're going to pull in. They are currently qualified number 3. 368 with a 6. Right under Brandt's car. 368.6. Let's see how they do. Labatt, on the other hand, with his son Ryan down there, is number 13 in qualifying and threw away round number 2 last night. Didn't get a good shakedown. So here they go, Whiteley and company now. Last to get in, supercharge, turbocharge, building boost, they're in. Whiteley now will bump in, lights are down. Oh, look at Whiteley, look at the power of the Chevrolet Corvette, 366, 8 at 205 miles per hour. 366. That would put them at number 2. They just bumped Brandt down. So the number 2 qualifier right there with that hit. Thank you to Phil Schuler for his time to come up there and, check the air pressure. Thanks to Stevie Fast Jackson for slamming the door on that deal. That had something to do with it, Stevie. You know that. Aerodynamics. But, man, they go right to number 2. Congratulations. I told you those guys could build like a space shuttle together, that group of guys. So awesome deal right there. And speaking of awesome deal, there's Stevenson down there, the new Pro Charger guy. Is his dad in the house? Sure he is. That kid's won on the mountain too. Won the Pro Modified World Series of Pro Mod. Well, a hit of the throttle there as the Ghetto Sleigh comes up of Jeff Rudolph. Look at that burnout. Beautiful smoky burnout by Rudolph and company. Man, did he lay down the law on that one. I'm telling you, fans, that was rocking the Texas map right there. I'm sorry. I know who it is. Let me look at the sheet. Maybe. Roberts, is it 5798? W. Roberts? No, that's Wayne Roberts, not him. Lewis, it's Lewis. His car number is 4130. I'm sorry, miss. I just got excited. What a burnout right there for the Ghetto Sleigh out of Brownsburg, Indiana. Man, you talk about laying down the law. That was what I'm telling you. My jacket is stuck to the goosebumps on my arm after seeing that one. So Brian Lewis, Wagner, Oklahoma, will be over there in the Pro Charged entry. The twin turbocharged entry will be in the left lane of Rudolph. Looking to get some numbers on it. Let's see how Lewis had found himself after yesterday. 14th, he's gone 393. Rudolph had some problems, so that's probably why he took it out on the tires. He's only been 4.04 seconds. Look at his gal back there behind the car. She is pumped up. She ought to be in the driver's seat. Rudolph going down. Good run, man. He could go right into it. He does. 3.71. Their best run of the weekend so far at 213 miles per hour. Look at that girl. She's looking for those shoots. She knows how to play the game. All pumped up. She was going to beat up some other guys that scratched her car last night. I seen her. She was ready to go. That's what you go. That's how you know you got the team. If you can get the gal like that to pump some energy out. Look at, she's coming back for more. See that? She wants to make sure was it a good burnout? It was a beautiful burnout. You go, young lady. So Jeff Rudolph gets into the field pretty good at 71. Let's see where that put him. That put him somewhere up there around 8 by Stranton and company. Tony's nitrous oxide Chevrolet Camaro. Here comes the beautiful PPG Willis, number 69. You know, Chad Reynolds and I were talking about this car, how pretty it is. And at night, man, it's got this nice looking glow to it. Something about the paint. Something about the paint down there that looks so good. Robert Gallegos out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. A cool wing on the back end. That thing is a stealth fighter. That's exactly what it is. Scotty O, is everything okay? Was he just shut it off for shuck the tires? Sorry to see that. Still a good kid. We'll keep him. Oh, man. You might want to go to the Holiday Inn and put a hot water heater in the place. It's horrible. It's cold water up there. Anyway, so let's watch the Willis here. Robert Gallegos, first time I've seen him. Custom Craft Auto Collision, PPG paint. This is a beautiful machine. 40 Willis Coupe. Gallegos will come to the line and beat number 17. He went 4:18.6. Probably just shaking this thing down. Got the official tire of the Midwest Drag Racing Series, Hoosier, Summit Racing Equipment, JA Service, and everybody that brings you this racing series. We thank them all. This is the Stroud Safety Equipment Pro Modified category. Here we go. Sounds like a Pro Charger, if you ask me. Nice run. Nice run, man. How about that? 382. Nice run. They're getting it right there. 189, way down on the mile per hour, but 382. That will put those guys right up to about 13th. 382, that bumps Labatt down from his previous run, so not bad. Good move, PPG. Is that the PPG girls right there? Keep Joey O out of here. Joey Bolzagna, the Italian restaurant owner. Yeah, you know it, Scott. Don't get me going, dude. Oh, that kid of yours. Cut his hair and he's like GQ now, you know? He is. Is he over there? Yeah, he's over there. See? He's over there working at the crowd. Well, the supercharged Chevrolet Corvette of Wayne Roberts out of Valley, Kansas. Hit the throttle, didn't sound good. And I don't know if the linkage broke or what. Yep, they're shutting her down. So they'll back him up. Todd Moyer, who will be in the left lane, who's a legend. And I say legend, and you know what? You say that word and people go, what? Legend? But this guy is, for his accolades in the sport of drag racing. He's been around street racing. He's been around NMCA drag racing for many years, small tire stuff, super street, Xtreme 10.5 racer in the 80RL. I mean, this guy's been around and done a lot of it. X275 racer. Now he finds himself in the Stevenson XRE Pro Charge Chevrolet Camaro, owned by Todd Moyer himself, a businessman from the state of Texas. Has a mechanic shop that is just unbelievable, I hear. A fleet of shops, actually, that surround the place. But a good guy, and I'm so glad to see he's got this thing running really well. Wow, rattled the tire, moved the door open on him. And he had to get out of her. But, man, that thing's going. How about the 60-foot? Look at the 60-foot on that thing. I'm not even going to tell you because you all faint right now. And you all get back up and go, you got to be kidding me. He just went .947. And that was on its way to rattling the tires. That's pretty good. Don't you think, Stevenson? No? Look at that kid. That kid ain't... There's his dad. Look at Stevenson's dad. Do you remember Jaws 1? The guy in the boat? The captain? So his dad reminds you of. Shake hands with him. That's not a good 60-foot. Once again, final call, old school back half. You should be in the lanes. You're behind Pro Mod. Old school back half should be in the lanes. You are coming up behind Pro Mod. Here comes Taylor Laster, Cleveland, Texas, in the left lane. He's got the blue machine. TRE racing engines. Purge of nitrous oxide, of course, utilizing the bottle, as Larry Palmer will be utilizing. Back in the streets of Lake County, Illinois. But right now, in the right side, Ronnie Hobbs gets ready to go. Odessa, Texas, Pro Charger on board over there in the right lane. Flame a flash and a nitrous backfire right there. Wow, and Ronnie Hobbs looks like the front end was ready to come off that thing. The front fenders look like they were spread apart down there in the right lane. 372, 191 miles per hour for Hobbs and Company. Harley's down there on the golf cart, getting ready to go back and fetch Dad as the Hobbs family. But, man, do you see that little flash under there that fast? Now, if someone got that on picture, it's going to look huge. From my viewpoint, you know, you see a little flame and it's out. But if someone grabbed that picture, look at the young lady. Did she get it? Nah, she'd be running with the camera if she got it. But that thing's going to look huge from the front when you look at that. An old Harley down there still loving the sport of drag racing. No earplugs. How you doing, Mom? So nice to see the family down there. Is Landon in that golf cart? Is he? Landon, you're crazy, dude. No, dude, I seen exactly. It was like the devastation of hitting it again and building more boost. Am I right? Yeah. That's not a mail delivery truck. Although it could be, and then you put everyone out of business. Anyway, good luck to that team. The Hobbs family, good people, man. Odessa, Texas, doing their deal. We're going to go down and check out, see if Taylor's okay. I don't know if he may have made it down around there. This is just the golf cart checking things out. But I don't know if Ronnie Hobbs is front end, but it looked like the fenders were moving or something. I don't know. I mean, what were they? Thank you. And I'm getting old, Frankie, and I'm looking through dirty glass. Yeah, it looked like the thing just like swelled up. You know, so Ronnie Hobbs, they'll have to figure that out. 372.77, 191 for that deal. And, of course, you saw Taylor Laster's explosion came back through the carburetor and didn't want him to make his day or not. So that'll bring up more nitrous oxide power. Here comes Stranton, Tony in the far lane. This one that's great to watch. Chad's going to try to zoom in on it upstairs as we bring the action here this morning from bangshift.com. Thank you to Chad Reynolds and Brian Loans, who put that deal together and brings drag racing to new heights. And with Chad's energy and his knowledge, it tells you all the neat things. But this car, we were deciding, is it the color that makes it looks like it wants to twist up? But when this thing goes through the kits, man, this car just gets twisted up and goes. It ain't that it goes sideways. It just looks like it jacks itself up, and just a strong running car right here. This is the old Keith Haney car, if you remember back in the day. Rear Morrison power under the hood. Tony Strachan now getting ready to purge down things as he is qualified right now as we talk, I believe, right around there. There he is, number 8. 371.1 is how fast he's been. 371.1. Well, you saw Hobbs go 372.7 right there. See if they get the thing in the 60s. Look at that thing carrying the tires. Wow, he put one out in the left bank. The piston just went out on that thing. I mean, he's got a hole the size of an elevator door in that left bank now. 368.4 at 198 miles. Look at his wife. Dang it. Did you see her down there? His wife just said, you got to be kidding me. After that great run, now I got to go work on it. You go, girl. I hope you got some pistons. I know that's for sure what that was. That thing was steam rolling, but nice run. God, that car runs good. Well, they say when they're going to go real fast, those things happen, especially in the nitrous oxide world. So 368.4, 198. The 68.4 would put them right about number, oh, look, right where they're at. They were at 71, so they went and sacrificed a piston to stay in the same spot. Go figure. You know, you think they get one spot and you go, yeah, we gained some. But no, you got to pull the wallet out, get the credit card out, get 5 guys ripping heads off and repairing things. So, oh, you got the picture? Does it look huge? Show this big guy right here with the pop bottle. Yeah, show him. The nitrous Taylor Laster explosion. Did he get a good picture of it, Scott? Is it a good one? We got to get your name, because that's hard to do, you know, because it happens so, you wouldn't believe how fast that happens, that the human eye, you see it, but if you catch it on film, then you really see how the explosion is. Is that your son? Oh, of course. Well, hold on a second. Natalie's kid, of course he would get the shot. I mean, it's in his DNA, right? I mean, his mom pulls and stages the cars up. His dad works on them. I thought the kid was going to be a baseball player, but no, I think those days are over. He's going to be a drag racer. Right, Dad? Look at Dad over there, originally out of Joliet, Illinois. It's like, yep, couldn't believe it. Came down to the flatland and turned my kids into racers. It's my wife's fault. I just said I want to work on them for the money, but she does it for the love of the sport. Nice job, young man. That is. God, these kids growing up. Didn't you have, like, purple hair last time I seen you? Your brother. Oh, yeah, your brother. Is your brother's dad a parrot? No, that's all right. Look at you. look at your dad over there. Oh, man. That's good. Good job. I got to see that later. I'm going to find you so I can see that picture. Scott O says it was good. Hey, you see that? That kid got the shot of the flame. You're over there. No, you're over there drinking coffee, and that young man, yeah, that kid's going to be famous. Hey, save that for Wes Buck and Drag Illustrated. He was blocking you, right? Unreal. Here we go. We're going to bring up the one and only brand new machine. Another Keith Haney car, the Golden Gorilla. Another old Keith Haney car that they turned into something pleasantly cool right here. A supercharged entry for a guy who ran turbochargers for a lot of years. Here's Dwayne Mills coming up out of Sand Lake, I believe, Oklahoma. He'll be down in the right side. His daughter, the young daughter, Kaylee Mills, also who finds seat time in some of the fastest big tired cars you'd ever see, and small tired. She's been both. She's looking to get in the seat of this car, is what I hear. Dad said, well, let me break it in and then I'll give it to you. So you can see what you're seeing up there behind the car is you see the Keith Haney group and the crews. They work together. They're friends. They picnic together. They do all kinds of things from Oklahoma. Mills, an excavator by trade, owns a corporation that moves dirt and does a lot of building of parking lots and all types of stuff, big stuff. So Dwayne Mills will have the right lane, the R&J trailer side of the racetrack here in this round of qualifying. Mills is number 15. He's been 4.03 off the throttle in this car. A full hit, you put him well into the 60s. Not that way. Not that way at all, man. Something going, a gasket or something, letting loose on that thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but obviously you could see it was getting some oil there on the hot parts. You see the guy way down there on the fence, spectator side. You know how when you check to see where the air is going, you put your finger, you lick your finger and put it up in the air? That guy did that to see what he was tasting, and I almost think he said motor oil. He's putting the cardboard up now. But that thing obviously pushed something out of something, and it got worse as he started, accelerating. So I think Brandon's going to go down there and check things out, make sure the track's A-OK for that run, or the next run that would be. And the Black Mamba, Keith Haney, getting ready. So make sure everything's A-OK, and Keith Haney will be up there. Todd Martin, still number one qualifier, sitting at the back of the staging lanes, probably just wanting to see what the competition brings to this round and third round of qualifying. But Keith Haney, on the other hand, I'm just so glad to see how well he got back in the car after having a little crazy test run. Maybe Miss Mills could tell us what happened. Was it push out a gasket? Oh, those headsets don't work. She doesn't like to mess her hair up. So obviously she takes after her beautiful mother. I mean, they look like sisters. If there was a Palmolive commercial, a remake, those two could do it. But good people. And this is a good learning lesson for her to see what can happen and how fast. And, you know, her dad will tell her, you know, this came up and I saw the smoke and I lifted. There's Kale. Kale is Kale single still or no? Oh, he is. You got to trim that beard, dude. That's part of the problem. I mean, that beard, Kale. You look like Captain Caveman, you know. Trim that beard. Look at Cummins. See that? That's what you want to get that look. Like you just, you know, put some charcoal on your face and left it alone. But, all right, ladies, be careful. There goes the Sisters Mills to go get their car. And they made some good fried rice last night. Now, Big Country came out here with intentions. Now, listen to me. He came out here with intention. He played with his kid in this stuff, this quick Sweet 16. And he knows that on any given weekend, you better have some 40 large in your wallet to be messing with this type of racing. And he's got it. Believe me, I know he does. But, yeah, you do. I seen that stretch of land and all those sewer trucks. I know I was in the construction business for many years. I know what one of those babies costs. Those aren't cheap, you know. But he's out there just enjoying it. You know what? The best part is he gets on the plane or in the truck to go home and he goes, God, man, I saved a whole bunch of money this weekend. Oh, man. He was thinking for a minute he had to go have his kid get foot surgery, take the lead out of his foot. But he's got some good kids. One had a birthday just a few days ago, right? Not too long ago. It's not the one I called that looks just like my nephew. I'll get their names. My brain's working. But, yeah, the younger one, right? He's a good kid, too. You can tell. He went out. Does he collect lizards or anything? So he's a good kid, right? He's not into roosters and... Well, if your dad's name's Big Country, you might want to have a horse or a cattle or something. But anyway, so Big Jim down there, they're checking out the racing surface, and they'll let us know how things look. I'll ask the ladies if we want any calls made to the lanes, or Jimmy, if you want anything to the lanes, let me know. As it'll be the two partners in crime. The two partners in crime, the owners of Tulsa Raceway Park. Yeah, there goes Gail.
You can get back on schedule now that old school's in the lane. Or whatever's next on the list.
Okay, miss. Thank you. So, J&A Service Funny Car? God, you know, I just wanted to tell you this real fast. Well, you know his name. Here he comes, Keith Haney, the Black Mamba. Coming up here out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Suburban Chevrolet, Miami Auto Service Center, and all the great things this man owns back there in Oklahoma. If you're ever looking for a new car, this may be the guy you want to call. And Raystar Wheels Top Dragster to the lanes, please. Raystar Wheels Top Dragster to the lanes. Raystar Wheels Top Dragster, we need you in the lanes. Oh, Big Country, come on, don't go and do that. You just made the 2021 drag racing calendar right there. You're supposed to see if you had your old mask on, that wouldn't have happened. So here we go. There's Beamer, the fiance of Keith Haney, putting him in the beams. She's learned pretty well throughout the years. She used to put her foot in there and stay there. Now she finds it, and then she'll direct him up to where her foot is. But here's the Black Mamba. You were here yesterday in testing. This thing was, or you saw the picture on Facebook. This thing was ready to go bonsai crazy, but he saved it. I don't know how, but he did. Let's see how he runs right now on the right side. He's qualified pretty well. Haney is down number 6. Good run. High gear, man. 369.8 at 205 miles per hour. 369.8. Let's see how he did. He went 369.5, so he slows down just a tick of the clock right there. Not bad at all. Haney's got a tune-up. Caveman Kale has definitely got him scored out and doing good. The Hancock kids, it's all their fault. You know what I mean? It's his dad's fault. Look at his dad, hasn't seen the barber in weeks. The guy in front of him just saw him this morning. He saw the barber. Thank you, Beamer. Ellen, good run, guys. Very impressive to see that guy coming back around. And there's the kid who's got the haircut of the weekend right there. That's proof my dad was a milkman in this town. Scotty O's going, what in the heck? That right? Kale needs to get the lawn shears out. Anyway, so with that, we have the number 1 qualifier, Todd Martin, strapped into his machine with probably 3 or 4 of the best crew guys you could find in the world working for him. Ellen could tell me their names. Todd Martin's guys. So once again, Raystar Wheels, Top Dragster, we need you in the lanes. Mr. Pierce, it's nice to see you. Don't think I didn't recognize you the minute I saw you yesterday. I said something. Congratulations on your win. Car's beautiful. Where is it? Is it here? Oh, different. Oh, it's different. So good to see you guys out here. That kid of yours is amazing. I'm telling you that. I mean that. Just to watch him. He was at the World's Door Slammer Nationals. That kid can do it. Here we go. Todd Martin, your number 1 qualified machine out of Oklahoma. He'll be down in the right side in that gorgeous Diamond Pistons Lenevo sponsored machine. Martin, owner of Tulsa Raceway Park, co-owner, along with the one and only, you know his name, Keith Haney. They'll back up the number 1 car. He's gone 366.4 to earn that spot. 366.4. It's fast, man. Let's see how he does down here. There's the bump already on the boards down there. 393. You got to be faster than that to get into the field. You see those lights down in the tower? That is the bump spot. So he's already in. So on the bump at 393. I'll have to wait till Celeste gives me a sheet after this, but I will tell you who it is. It's probably Lewis, Brian Lewis. Just a guess. Here we go. Todd Martin coming to the starting line. Billy and guys bringing him in. Oh, Aaron Wells is going to run. He's just getting the last minute love from our preacher over there, so that'll be good to see. He just rattled the tires, and I'll guarantee you, if he has any gold fillings in his teeth, they're laying in his lap right now. That guy's going to the Doan's pills. You remember those commercials back in the 70s? The truck driver take the little green pills because his back hurt from driving forever. That's where he's headed. Man, he rattled those things hard. So hopefully everything's okay. That's when you, I believe Billy would tell me, but I think that's when you go and check every nut and bolt when they rattle them that hard. Thanks, Billy. That thing rattled really hard. So they're getting out the torque wrench, and they're going to get out everything else, check every bolt and nut and cranny on that thing now. It isn't like they don't know how to work. They're a good crew. Hot dogs and hotels right there. That's them. That's how they work for, hot dogs in a hotel room. But sometimes it's worth it. I would have been that kid, man, sitting at the end of the driveway. Can I go with? Sure, I'll do anything. That she'll start up our Not Eleanor entry. Another beautiful Ford Mustang. Here comes Aaron Wells. Aaron Wells, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma-based Ford Mustang Supercharged entry. Was the champion before the Purple Gorilla took it away from him. This guy was the Midwest Drag Racing Series Pro Modified Stroud Safety Equipment champion a couple years back. I think Al Shire was still the first guy to do it. Proud of that moment. As we get ready, this is pretty good. I was looking on here for Wells. So this looks to be like the first time Wells is going to make a qualifying shot. I mean, the car came out and tested once, but this is the first shot of qualifying. He's looking to take it all away right here. He's got to go faster than 366.9 or 366.49. Aaron Wells, the Wells family. Safety users are never losers. Here we go. Watch it for the Ford fans. It's going to be cool. RJ Trailer side. He goes right through the rattle, off the throttle, back on the throttle. How about 3.998? 399.8. So that 399.8, and they were looking at that, it's not enough to get him in. 393 was the bump. So they will get one more shot today, and they know how difficult this is. Now the pressure's on. You hate to see that. His son's ready to go, though. He's been riding and driving the wheels off his junior this day. But there's Darren Mayer. It's good to see him. Darren Mayer, supercharged guru and lover of the sport for many years, and a guy that owns his own company when it comes to superchargers. And I'm sure he's every night experimenting to make them just as good as any turbo or pro charger out there. So this guy's qualifying. So here's Reggie Richard. Reggie Richard, who is number 19. He's gone 688. Nice gear change on the burnout. He's got a top sportsman deal. I think he lost fire there, but he's trying to get it qualified for the Stroud Safety Equipment Pro Mod field here this weekend. So let's see if they can do it. Sounds like one of those big Pat Musey motors in there. Actually, after just saying that, I hope it is so I don't get yelled at. Well, one of the crew guys, I'm not sure what is going on over there, but The one crew, there they go. The one crew guy had his arms out like, hey, who forgot to put the wiper blades on it? Keep it running. He's not happy with the way it's running, so they'll push Reggie off, and Wayne will get a shot. There's Ed Thornton down there with the fans signing autographs. Nice to see him out there. He shucked the tire, I think, too, and had to shut it down. So he has to put the Yul Brenner Jr. back to work with the wrenches under the car to check all the nuts and bolts. It's nice, isn't it, Eddie, when you get to this point where you can just relax a little bit? Come out and hang out with all the California friends. So I think we're going to do some back half stuff here. Old school back half they're going to run again. And in the lanes should be Top Dragster. Race Star Wheels Top Dragster. And on call should be Pat Musey Racing Engines Top Sportsman. Should be getting ready for their round of action as we are in round 3 of qualifying. Bangshift.com. Phone a friend. Tell them if you want to see them. You can see right now that Mr. Hancock's over there on his phone saying, yep, Bangshift.com. Actually, he was on the phone with Holiday Inn corporate. I mean, if I didn't know Ellen was up here. If you never woke up at 7:30 in the morning and jumped in the shower and it was just like jumping in a thing of ice. That's what it was like. Here comes Wayne Roberts, Auto Smart Racing. Now let me go to the brain set. Ellen, is that? Hey, Ellen, is that a Whipple or anything? All right, thank you. God, am I so glad you're so intelligent. So the Whipple Supercharger, which is humongous, if you look at it on this Chevrolet Corvette, the old style Whipple, they utilize it. It's allowed here in the Midwest. Guys, that a pretty car, man, right there. That is a good-looking car. Almost reminds me of a snake. You know, like a copperhead or something. Not a black mamba, but a copperhead. Here we go. Let's see how Wayne Roberts does. The bump. Oh, this ain't even a qualifying shot. He already took that and burned the tires up and didn't. It stalled on the line. Test run, excuse me, for him. So with that, the test run for Wayne Roberts. Here we go. Wow, look how fast it can happen, man. You get out there, it rattles the tires, gets a little air under them. I want to thank Scotty O and Eddie for coming out. It's so nice to see you guys. Your tan's looking good, Scotty O. It really does. Looks like you've been in the pecan fields back there in Georgia, shaking trees. Anyway, but some good guys, man. Some great people to make this sport what it is. In this third round of qualifying. Hey, there's the gate girl. She races cars too. Pretty cool. No time. So some big tire, no time coming at you. You won't see their times. These guys race from start to finish. Fastest gets down there, fastest goes to the next round. You don't know how fast they are. Some people might, but you got to do your finger counting. But I'll tell you what, some fast cars here this weekend in the no time deal. Some good looking ones. Supercharged ones. Good luck. You're the gate girl? Yes, unreal. The gate girl drives, it looks like, too. Good for her. This is the Cuddy is what Chad Reynolds said. The original 405 Cuddy out of Oklahoma. That's it. If you watched the show, Street Outlaws, that's the car right there, right? The original Cuddy, Cutlass. Oldsmobile, ready to go in there. No time, so they're just shaking them down until they get competition later on today. Shift. Boy, that thing didn't sound like it shifted, did it? Maybe it's just me. They might have one of those Hydro-Matics, the one gear. Did it shift? Thank you, young man. I just want to make sure my hearing's good still. There's Miss Chandler. Nice to see her out here today. Photo shopping. Well, she should be shopping, but she's photoing. There's a legendary matchup. GM versus Mopar. Plum crazy. I believe it's a CUDA. Supercharged. Be cool if it was a Hemi under the hood. You never know. Could be a B1. Newer Dodge product or Mopar product. I would tell you that that thing is gorgeous, man. If you love muscle cars, that is a pretty, pretty car over there. You can see on the back of it, of the CUDA, that they definitely went to a Shirley Muldowney garage sale and bought a parachute when she was selling them all. They'll be on the back end of the CUDA. The chutes are packed twice on the left lane for the Pontiac, I believe. Or is that a Camaro? I can't see the taillights. It's so dark under there. That's Jay Moore and Ricky Jackson in the CUDA. Wow, Ricky Jackson's got that thing hooking up, man. That thing is hooking up heavy, that CUDA. They shut it down to a coast down there. Left lane, no time as they go down and make it happen. Or no, this is time. They're showing the time. All right, so Paul Harris will come up now, and Lloyd Martin will be in the right lane. Harris, that supercharged Pontiac. I seen him at a Midwest Drag Racing Series race go to the final one year, couple years, maybe a year ago. A year ago or 2 years ago, it may have been already. Time flies when you're having fun. 67 Chevrolet Camaro. Lloyd Martin out of Garland, Texas. Paul Harris in the left lane, ready to go. Supercharged Pontiac, nitrous oxide. This is old school back half. Harris gets in, finds the green. Chevrolet Camaro's going to give him a run down to the end, though, man. I'll tell you what, $499 for Harris, not bad. He finally got it straightened out, 142. 503, 140 for the Chevrolet Camaro on the right side. Here's an old truck. Joel's Nightmare. Look at that burnout, man. The old blue machine of Jeff Denton down there, right side. John Crow, Canton, Texas, will be in the left lane. John's Nightmare. The pickup truck backs up into the hot rubber, laid down on the burnout, and prepares for battle right here. Chevrolet Camaro is so reminiscent of what it looked like back in the 90s in the Pro Street era. The big tires on the back end. Is Damon shooting from the top of the bleachers now? It's got to be him. The only guy I know that wears pink on a chilly day with a camera. All right, so here we shall see. Can that one-time yellow S10, I can tell because the door jambs were never painted, but can he get a shot at him right here in the left lane? Pickup truck or the Camaro? Who you with? Wow, Camaro's working strong. Real strong. 494 strong. 562 for John's Nightmare. John Crow. Jeff Denton's got that thing working, man. That car was definitely out there. 494. He'd get a little more 60 foot out of that thing if they could work on it. That thing would be unbearable. What a car, though. Here comes Butch. The 55 Chevrolet. Oh, this is no time, right? No. Oh, I'm just looking at his window. I'm sorry. He had an NT on his window. Uh-oh. Kirk Williams. Old Butch gave him a run, said, hey, come get some of that 55 Chevrolet. 513, 141. They're getting it quicker. They want it over a tenth faster right there for Butch. I'll keep my eye on him. Must took the spare tire out of the thing. Losing a little weight in that 55. Not bad at all, though. 543 for the wheel standing Kaufman. Brings up Clint Parker, Gilmer, Texas. He'll be in the Chevrolet right here on the left side. The Yanko Camaro. Look at the burnout, man. He's laying it down. He wants optimum traction right there on the starting line. On the right side, Paul Martin, Coppers, Texas. Chevrolet Nova backing up there in the Band-Aid stripes that didn't come factory on a Nova, but they look good. I had a 72 black with red. Still do have it. It's just not in my garage, darn it. So the Nova goes in, top light, says, let's get it on. Here we go. Parker now, ever so gently, goes to the top lights. Now who's going to go to the dance? Identical. Parker can't hold back. He goes red. Chevrolet Nova goes down to the high gear. Gets that thing trucking down there at 5.02 seconds at 132 miles per hour. Not bad at all. They all look happy. And that crew chief guy right there that hasn't missed a day in the gym, he looks happy. Here comes Mike Morgan. And Shane Bates. Shane Bates will be on the right side. Thought for a minute Wheels was here. So Shane Bates goes down to the right lane, and nice looking red Chevrolet Camaro, 68 model year, I believe. Chevrolet Nova's got the paint scheme of the, what was it, the 1969 Chevy Camaro Indy Pace car. Was it a 69? Chad would know. I think it was a 69 Indy Pace car, same color. I have no idea what Larry Palmer is eating for breakfast, but I'll tell you what, it must be a bowl of Wheaties, because he is really getting tough back in the state of Illinois. Mickey Thompson tires on the back end over there on the right side of the racetrack, the 68 model Chevy. The old Chevrolet Nova, orange stripes and all, right here in the left lane. You've got the old, what was that stripe on the rally stripe on the Nova? Factory. They both get green, but the red one says see ya. Man, how about that run? 496. 143 miles per hour in the right side. 509, or 503, excuse me, at 141 in the left lane. Look at this car. This is Larry Palmer's dream car coming up here in the left side. This is what he's going to do next in his next. That is a 1966 convertible Chevrolet Chevelle of Jason Skiles out of Grand, Texas. Look at that thing. Got the roof off of that thing. Big motor under the hood. Will Allen out of Kilgore, Texas will be in the right side in his Chevrolet Camaro. Got one of those old Outlaw scoops on there, the plexiglass scoop on top of the scoop. Yep, back it up. Now, you know, the tower's not as tall, but I've seen this thing in a tower in Texas where I could look in. This thing looks like a switchboard at AT&T if you can look down in this car. There are more wires, boxes, and stuff. I don't know if Chad can get a zoom in on that, but he'd have to get it before it came out of the box. But there is so much electrical on that car. His buddy said, hold on a second, I want to check I got to check the air pressure here in the front left. Yeah, 32. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, let's send him. Come on, 3150, he'll be fine. No, get it right. There's the thumbs up, sticking in the glue. License plates on that. Now the old straw boss is going to get up there, because that's my job, turn on the computer. Just remember you're in the glue, so turn it on and don't get hooked to it. That's where the straw boss looks at the other guy that checked the air pressure and says, I told you we shouldn't have built the big motor. She used to take it all and go down the track easy. Now she just wants to hit that tire.
What?
Look how happy that guy is. I mean, that's a good run, huh? Is that their best? 5.00?
5-0 and a 5.
That's a good run. In the 5.0 category, that's got to be your number one guy, 5.005.
So you like the looks of a classic carburetor, but you want the benefits of modern EFI. With the versatility of an externally mounted ECU, then Terminator X Stealth was designed for you. Terminator X Stealth is an easy-to-install, standalone EFI system with the option of a 4150 or 4500 throttle body. Stealth throttle bodies give you the old-school carburetor look, but inside, they're packed with all the benefits that today's electronic fuel injection has to offer. Our 4150 throttle bodies come in two versions. The The first holds 4 fuel injectors. That's enough for 650 horsepower on a naturally aspirated engine or 600 horsepower if you're pushing boost. The 8-injector version can handle 650 horsepower naturally aspirated, but really likes boosted applications, pushing upwards of 1250 horsepower. And if you still need more power than that, then the Terminator X Stealth 4500 is the choice for you. It boasts 8 100-pound-per-hour injectors and can flow 1440 CFM. That's more than enough to keep most large cube engines happy. And it's definitely not shy on power either, with horsepower numbers pushing 1500 naturally aspirated and 1250 on forced induction setups. They don't just look good either. We've packed them with industry-leading technology. With our Terminator X or X Max ECUs, you'll get onboard diagnostics, full control of your ignition timing, configurable inputs and outputs, as well as a wideband O2 sensor that's capable of fuel map self-learning. This all adds up to better idle quality, improved reliability, and all-around better drivability. And in our 4150 throttle bodies, you'll find kickdown provisions for GM's TH350 and 400, as well as the 200R4 and 700R4 transmissions. It's also set up for handling Ford's C4 and C6 applications. And Mopar friends, you can always add our throttle lever extension to connect your 904 or 727 kickdown. Put some excitement back into your classic ride. Upgrade it with EFI. For more information on Terminator X Stealth, visit us at Holley.com.
Looking right there. See, that's, you got to be proud of yourself if you get that shot. You know, do the math of how the camera closes and the mathematical time of the shutter. Here we go. Race Star wheels, which are on display at the Midwest Drag Racing Series manufacturer's goodie booth over there, trailer. Pat Musey Racing Engine top sportsman to the lanes, please. Pat Musey Racing Engines top sportsman to the lanes. Top sportsman to the lanes. So the dragsters come out, and we got them all down there qualifying. This fast number passes for everybody here. Here's Bill Swan coming up. Carlton, Texas. Joseph Swan. Oh, look, it's the Swan family. Pretty cool. Whiteley, Texas. Carlton, Texas. Boy, man, 002. Now, when they get down there and they pack their laundry, I'm telling you what, the guy just went 002 Joseph. He went 449. The other one went quicker by 0.2, 429, but his reaction time, they're going to talk about that. They're going to go, what? 0.1445? I want a 002. Where were you? I don't know. I had the swan flu. The swan flu, not the swine. Anyway, here's the wing in the air. Big and proud right here in the left lane. Good looking car. That's the James Ogden entry right here in the left lane. And here comes Anita Strasberg right here on the right side. Her long and skinny man, almost like a top fuel chassis when you look at that thing. I'd have to ask the Coleman guys. They would know better than I would know, but I'm telling you, that car is a lot longer looking to me. Almost looks like a fuel car. She can drive too, so if you're in the business of not wanting a girl to beat you, you better be careful because she is good at it. J&A Service right here. super. On the back end is Anita out of Mapleton, Utah. Sponsored by the family of J&A Service out of Colorado. And James Ogden out of Dickinson, Texas will be in the left lane. Here we go. Anita's fully staged, bumping it in ever so gently. He's going to be in the left lane. Wow, Anita's got one going out the back door. 3.70 seconds. 196 miles per hour. What a run. Pat Musey, top sportsman, to the lanes, please. Pat Musey Racing Engines, top sportsman. Top sportsman, we need you in the lanes. Here comes Steve McDermott and Paul Luley. There's young McDermott down there. Colton Jordan's best buddy on any given race day. Colton Jordan, the voice of the racing horses at the Louisiana County Fair. McDermott now, I got to tell you what, a big loving hug goes to Bowser the dog that races with this team, usually in the golf cart, but Bowser's back at the trailer. They said this is probably his last race. Old Bowser had a tumor, and sad to see, but you know, especially when your best friend, your dog, has problems. But something down there on the track, I would say, so they're going to shut him down. But I just want to give a shout out to Bowser down there, the dog that races with this family of the McDermotts, and he's such a good dog, man. Such a good dog. You know what? The thing about animals, they're replaceable, right? But they're not really. I mean, when you have the best dog ever, and sure, you get the same color, same dog, but it's just something about it. Family member. All right, here we go. Looks like a blow-through deal over there on the right side, so that's probably a supercharged Procharger with a blow-through to the carburetor on top in the right side. A blown supercharger in the left lane. Out of Crowley, Texas. Watch this car run. This car on the left side is fast. On any given day, could go right to number one. Not today, though. Man, something happened when he left the line. Down there, 396. 184 miles per hour. McDermott will coast down the rest of the track. And then they'll bring up the paint machine of Jamie Caudell.
She just got this car, brand new to her. Like you care. I mean, it's all right. Just trying to make small.
All right, the lady digging in. Driven by Grit over there on the right side. No, they don't own a sandpaper company. They're just being like John Wayne would be. It's True Grit. Number 2, Henry was last year in the top dragster competition with the Midwest Drag Racing Series. Summit Racing Equipment. J&A Service presents some of the best funny cars. They're around the corner. Pat Musey Racing Engine, top sportsman to the lanes. Top sportsman to the lanes, please. Top sportsman, Q3. Qualifying round number 3 to the lanes, please. Top sportsman. Funny car, stand by. Alcohol, funny car, stand by, please. J&A Service funny car. Wow. What a mission. Look at that. 3.847. 186 miles per hour for the lady. She was finding at 387.7 in the right side for Bob Henry. She showed him what 2 Grit was. What a run. Brand new car for her. I mean, she just picked that car up. Jamie Caudell just got that car, and I mean, she's driving it like she's owned it forever.
The chute didn't open? On the girl?
She was down there doing it.
Holy cow, I didn't catch that. So Jamie's chute didn't open, and she was on the brakes harder than the brakes were on her, man. She had the car bouncing, they say, and got it to turn the corner, though. Good for her. Brand new to her, man. There could be little different things when you get into a new car. Hopefully she'll figure it all out. Here comes Tony Luley and Chase Hoffman out of Waxahachie, Texas in the left lane. The R&M Race Trailers sponsored dragster. And the right side, it's a two-time NHRA Wally winner. And the vehicle parts and equipment sponsored dragster of Tony. Now, I know I have a friend named Colton Jordan that would say the name, but I think it's Harahan, Louisiana. Oh, my. 165 for that run for the top dragster entry. 449 for Huffman in the left lane. That shall bring up the brand new machine out of Illinois in the left lane, looking down track. There it is. Boy, she's pretty, man. John Biaggi right here in the left lane. Terry Kamler in the right lane. Biaggi's mother backing up the dragster, telling them right where to be in the groove, the best groove after the burnout. It's a good-looking car. Look at that. Look at the candy apple red in that thing. That is a gorgeous paint job. Now that I'm getting a good look at it. Look at the chrome wheels, chrome rims on that thing. Pretty. So John will go left side. He'll get it in there. The RJ Trailers entry now ever so gently going in. Center lights on, no deep staging. That's what that means to you. Final call, Top Sportsman. Final call. Pat Musey Racing Engine, Top Sportsman to the lanes. First call, J&A Service, funny car to the lanes. J&A Service, alcohol funny car to the lanes, please. J&A Service, alcohol funny cars to the lanes, please. Not a bad run, 411, 436. I think I just knocked all the earwax for 50-something years out of my ear with that one. That's loud. That's Jerry Gittins. Gittins out of Choctaw. Isn't there a song about Choctaw, Oklahoma?
I'm an Indian outlaw. Oh, it's Indian outlaw. Oh, Choctaw, right? Tim McGraw, is that who sang that? Thank you. And you're like 10 years younger than me, but thank you.
All right, so Choctaw, Oklahoma. Here's Scott Barker over there out of Pauls, Oklahoma in the blue machine. Another gorgeous looking paint scheme or wrap. Kryptonite does wraps like that. They can do anything you want. Your golf cart, your pull vehicle, your dragster, your funny car. Kryptonite, the official wrap of the Midwest Drag Racing Series.
72. Don't I look good for 72?
I'm not 10 years younger than
You look. Oh, you look 10 years.
That, you know what? That's a compliment. Bless you, because I've known you for many years. You don't. I was gonna say like 48. And how's the grandkids? Good. All right, so they're going to do a little check of the track down there with some of the best track checkers in the country. At least Xtreme Raceway Park having some of the best guys and gals that work this place up and keep it going good. And a big salute to the ones that got that picture of that Taylor Laster explosion. There's my racer for Christ. How you doing, sir? It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here and keeping us all safe today. How was that hot dog last night? Good? Was all right? Good. I think he had his fingers crossed, but I won't say nothing. How you doing, young lady? You over there? You're not stuck in the glue or anything? All right, I was just going to call for a tow truck or something to pull you off the track. That's all right. You know, that there you go. But it can happen. I've seen it happen many a times. I watched a guy in Memphis, Tennessee once. No lie, 70-something years old, gets stuck out there. His shoes came off, then his socks came off. And I said, man, you can't win. That track is the strength of 10 young chimps when it grabs you. And it's going to win, so be careful where you walk over there. Are you a crew chief? Good. God bless, man. It's nice. Crew chief S, you would say. Crew chief would be the guy with the feather. You would be the gal with the purse. Is that Mom Cunningham over there shaking? Is it? How you doing, beautiful? I didn't even know you were sitting over there. That's your granddaughter? Your daughter-in-law? Your friend? You got more friends than the world has. That's nice, though. That means you're a nice person, which I know for a fact you're a nice person. I tell a story, and I don't want to bore anyone, but the first time I met that lady, she said, no, you're going to sit right here in this cooler and you're going to eat. She goes, I don't, and her husband, Larry's right next to me. I'm like, I don't, he goes, you better listen to her. He goes, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't listen to her, she's going to chase you around till you walk past the brownie plate. But thank you for the niceness. I mean that. You're such a beautiful person. And she's got nice kids. One's back home in Oklahoma, getting ready for dirt track, and I learned that her granddaughter is a dirt track champion. That lady, I can't believe it. That is something else. So Tim's wife's lovely. I love his wife. She's such a nice person, but great people. So nice to have the Cunningham family out here. Oh, I know who she is now. I had to turn. That's the newly married Brown. Yeah, E-E-I-I, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. Brown. Oh, sorry, I don't usually sing, especially when Kelvin's in the car with the helmet on. You go, Kelvin. That's our world champ right there. That's his wife. He is the best right now and top sportsman. Brought to you by Pat Musey Racing Engines. Number one. Last year won the championship. Went down to the Tulsa finals, I think. God, is that car beautiful. Savannah, Tennessee. Look at the burnout behind that black car. Is that thing gorgeous or what? That is Kelvin Brown, Savannah, Tennessee, your champion. Number one. Uno, man. The best in the business right there. As he backs up, letting some fresh air in. Such a nice-looking car. Travis Leach, on the other hand, out of Houston, Texas, in a 63 model split window. It's a 1963 to the young kids that are going, 63, is that just like a code? And to those same young kids, because Chad Reynolds won't help you out with it. They only made that car 1 year. They made Corvette every year since, 53. But this 63, the way it's designed, they only made it 1 year because the back window, you couldn't see out of it with a rear view mirror, and there was a lot of accidents backing up or hitting people, so they quit doing the split window deal due to safety. So that's the only year they made those. So to have an original one's pretty cool. Here's race trim, though, right here. There we go. Look at that light. Look at that. 004's a pair. Man, 427, 446, 004 on both cars. Brown's got it going on. That was incredible. That's some good stuff. That's a good driver. And here comes our favorite Mustang. First, our buddy Kelly Land has got to get it figured out. He's had some tough times today or yesterday in qualifying. Kelly Land out of Amarillo, Texas, in the Chevrolet Corvette. He's had the thing not wanting to cooperate. So I hope they figured it out. His family back there backing him up into the hot rubber, and he'll take on Kirk Pipke, who's figured it out. Kirk is out of Pauls, Oklahoma. His Pontiac will back here and come to the starting line. He's got some numbers that he can be proud of. This car's running good. So the Land family, the young lady behind the car, checking the height of the wheelie bar before it makes its initial move into the staging beams. They want to make sure it's okay at the right height. Not that it's okay, it's going to be okay. They just want to make sure there's a certain height they want to be at for the chassis to transfer as the weight comes back. Final call. Pat Musey, top sportsman, should be in the lanes. Oh, Land's got it going on. He figured it out. Look at the Chevrolet Corvette coming back to life. 441, 158 miles per hour for Kelly Land. 450 at 153 for Pipke, and that'll bring up Abbott. One of the fast ones right here. God, is that a nice little truck. That thing can run the number. Ford Mustang in the far right lane is so pretty, man, for a top sportsman car. I'll say it again. If you go down to your little website, and to the Land family, I'm happy for you, guys. I am. She's already going to the app to see the numbers and see how the car's 60-footed. See that? That's a good crew chief right there. So I was going to say you can go look it up on your World Wide Web and just look up George Walker back in the day out of, I think they're from Waukegan, Illinois, the Walker brothers. They had a Mustang, and Gil Santiago used to drive it in Super Comp and Super Gas, I believe, back in a day at Division 3. It was all orange, but it was sort of the same body style, man. They're so cool looking, these Mustangs. This is Terry Henry out of Grand, Texas, on the right side. Lance Abbott, Midland, Texas, to be in the left lane. That pick-em-up truck can run the number, man. Look at that. How about a 439 at 158 miles per hour? Let me say it again. 439, Damon, for a pickup truck and top sportsman. There's the Swedish flag hanging off the side of the Pontiac in the right lane. The ProCharge GXP Pontiac in the left side. After Lance Abbott, now it'll be two newcomers to the starting line. So with that, Bengt Bloomberg out of Cypress, Texas, the Swede, calling Texas home now, but proud to be a Swede. Jimmy Lewis out of Forney, Texas, will be in the left lane in his Pontiac. Camera girls back out there getting the pictures. I'm glad to see that. Damon's up there doing some trick shots from the top of the bleachers for E3 Xtreme. Wow, that thing got violent off the starting line. The GXP had to get out of it. It was going hard left. The right side goes down there at 443, 157 miles per hour. Not bad for the Swedes. Let me talk to you. I told you last night I know just a little bit of Swedish. It's unten, iten, glappen, gloven. Remember that one, Damien? Ready just to be a burnout away. There's a burnout, man. That's a contest right there. Both of them getting it on right out of the water box. Every goldfish jumped, and they're out of there. The puddle's dried up. Here's Michael Chitty, Ames, Iowa, backing up. The hot rubber he laid down. Shannon Smith will be out of Richardson, Texas over there. And the gorgeous looking, is it a Cobalt? Looks to be. Chevy Cobalt, maybe? That is a good looking car. Pretty Chevrolet of Shannon Smith. Smith and Company now rolling in so gently. Wheelie bars are set. We'll have to back him out and reset the tree. She just wanted to make the car a little straighter. She didn't like where the car was. That's all right, though. That's good. Safety first, right? Safety users are never losers. Remember that. As she's over there with a 36-foot-long Slim Jim. That's all. No, I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying I've never seen one that long. That's like a $72 one. And you got to put it in the trunk, back through the trunk floor to the front dashboard to get that thing in your car to go home with it. Unreal. Here we go. Are you ready, miss? She's ready. Everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame, no matter what in life. I don't care if it's on a radio show, a talk show, a TV show. In some cases, Jerry Springer show. Speaking of Jerry Springer, he just showed up. I don't have a pencil. Okay. Wow, crossed up. That's what you get for waiting that long, right? And there's the crew chief. There she goes. She's going to tell those kids on that golf cart everything. Now, this is what I did and why. Because I didn't like where the car was staged. There's Mikey from America Chopper right there. How's it going? MAVTV's Mikey in the house, brother. You know what? I just didn't want to go near you because I've been very cautious. You know what I mean? Guy with hair like that. Last time I got my motorcycle stolen. Just kidding. You're a good kid, man. Nice to see you. I am. It is. Been quite a few years. You look the same, dude. That's good. That means you're drinking olive oil. All right. So the Pontiac that we talked about, the most aerodynamic car ever to come out of GM right here. This year Pontiac. And I learned that from Chad Reynolds upstairs. And we got so many different variables of this car, whether they pushed it, whether it ran down, whether it was towed. We saw the aerodynamics. You could almost see the wisp, that Daytona wisp of the molecules coming off of it. There we go. Down track, 001 red. Galen's going to give the track a little rub, and we're going to get ready for funny cars. So get yourself a bite to eat. The concession stand's open. What do they have over there besides 72-foot Slim Jims? They don't have those there. You just have to go to Buc-ee's for that. You can get a hot dog, a cheeseburger, nachos with like pork on them, right? Isn't there? Can you get pizza over there? I mean, they have everything, beer, right? You can get all types of stuff over there. You won't even look at me. You won't even look at me. You're mad at me. multitasking. Hey, there's the Marine. What's up, young man? God, is your mom listening? Bank shift? Hey, your mom makes good cookies, man. She loves you. To have the love from a mother like that is great. That's NHRA Pro Mod driver Brandon Snyder right there. J&A Service sponsoring him. He's here helping tune the funny car this weekend of Haney, and he is quite the guy, man. I go way, way, way back. And now, after all the hard work and all the promotional stuff, he's, really living the dream. He's got himself some good sponsorship. He's out enjoying it. He's doing the NHRA tour. Well, you've been number 2 twice already. Is that it? And I apologize. I should know that like I know this stuff, but it's every now and then you get a chance. When it's like the college football players. If you like college football and all of a sudden your buddy goes to the pros, you forget him once in a while. But I'd never forget you, man. All the phone calls. He's not a Marine. I go, well, he should be. You know who he looks like if you take a look at him? Where's Lonnie Grimm? They could be brothers. This could be the better-looking brother of Lonnie Grimm's right here. So we are getting ready for Funny Car. Top Alcohol Funny Car. Getting ready to go. Brought to you by J&A Service. Summit Racing Equipment, bringing it all together. Title sponsor for the Midwest Drag Racing Series and the J&A Service Alcohol Funny Car class. And I would like to say again, it's so good to see Ray Drew out here, coming all the way from Wisconsin, just like 15, 20 minutes from where I call home, but in Illinois. But it's so nice to see him out here enjoying. Hopefully we get a chance to see him run pretty good. He said there's some stout competition here, but he ain't scared one bit, which is cool. I'm going to see that. Don't worry. You ain't going anywhere. Watch the golf cart. This guy's got like 20/80 vision. All right. There you go. Wait, let's see what you do. All right, listen up. Juniors, to the lanes, please. Junior dragsters, to the lanes. We're looking for Summit Racing Equipment Pro Junior and Zimmerman Properties Construction Sportsman Junior categories, to the lanes. Juniors, to the lanes, please. How old are you now? 10, 12, 11? Yeah, good for you. I've known you since you were like this big, before they let you run free at the track, but that's nice. Do you have the love for this sport like your mom does? That's good. That is really good. That'll keep you busy. Learn everything from that dad of yours, too. I'm not kidding you. That man is very, very smart. Worked on some of the best race teams ever out of the state of Texas. Listen up, we have an announcement. There's a racer, and I don't know if you come to the tower, I don't have his name, but he needs a band for a power glide. The Agent Orange 55 Chevrolet needs a band for a power glide. Oh, the Ogden family. James Ogden needs a band for a power glide. James Ogden, the 55 Chevrolet, the orange one, if he needs a band for a power glide, please help him out. If you have a band for a power glide. 20-minute heads up for Pro Modified. 20-minute heads up for Pro Modified. Your final qualifying session. Kaylee heard that, and she's like, oh, gosh, I got to go to work again. Dang it. Hey, it's tough being famous, Kaylee Mills. It is. It's tough being famous, and when you got the looks to go with it, the cars to go with it, and the beautiful family to go with it, you just got to take it by day. But good luck to you guys. Get out there. I hope it was something that you could fix, because I don't get texts or anything about what breaks, but it obviously had something to do with lifting a gasket or something. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third round of Alcohol Funny Car, brought to you by J&A Service here at the Summit Racing Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series. Let's go to the burnout box. There he is, out of Wisconsin, the south side of Wisconsin, close to Milwaukee. Here's Ray Drew in the left lane. Ray Drew crediting his racing career back to Mafoco back in the day. And the DMP car, Coleman-built machine of Bill Bernard coming up out of Littleton, Colorado. Juniors to the lanes, please. Pro Juniors, Sportsman Juniors to the lanes, please. So Chase Copeland, the race car extraordinaire, built the car on the right side, the DMP machine. Chase, a brand new sponsor here for the Summit Racing Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series, is pleased to welcome Copeland Racing and Copeland Race Cars, LLC, to the series. Owner of racer Chase Copeland has been fabricating race cars since 2008. During that time, Chase has built top alcohol dragsters, chassis for NHRA World Champ Randy Meyer, Steve Collier's top alcohol funny car, Jonathan Johnson, Brian Brown, Bill Bernard, this car you're watching here, and many, many others. Thank you to Chase for being a sponsor. Chase Copeland Race Cars. Here comes the RPM. Watch Drew get into the beams. Drew's down, but the right lane's going to show him. Look, they have now 0.2 off, 368, 201 for Bill Bernard. 388. So he's on pace because that's what Ray Drew ran yesterday in the 80s. 199 miles per hour. So not bad at all, man. They're right where they want to be. And if they got to lean on stuff, believe me, Drew can lean on it if he wants to. Right now, they're just saving the parts and the pieces unless they need to. So good job for both of them. Bill Bernard, the Littleton, Colorado machine. 3.689 at 201 miles per hour. So with the bank shift going out live, Bernard, who went 368, that would move him way up. I mean, way up to number 5 right now in qualifying. Sean Bellemare, of course, Hussey's performance machine, is number 1 in qualifying at 357. Here's the J&A service entry of Annie Whiteley coming up out of Grand Junction, Colorado in the left lane. And the right side, rolling up through the water box area, it's going to be Brian Brown out of Gainesville, Texas. Light him up, Brian. The Empire Ironworks entry. So the Chevrolet Camaro body in the left lane, ready to go to work. Number 6 last year. Carries that in the NHRA points. Brand new Chevrolet. Got the old 69 fins on the back front quarter panel. That's pretty cool looking. So the crew does the one last look over for Annie Whiteley. Top lights. Whiteley's into him. Here comes Brian Brown. RPM's really high, ready to let the clutch and the brake go at the same time. Here they go. Sad part for Annie, she left before the tree was activated. She won't have anything but the feeling in the seat of that car to go, well, I think I was on a, or I thought it would look good, but the crew, after working so hard, is going to be, darn it. But that's part of the sport, you know. She got out there, got out and ran there, but 571, 81 mile per hour coast for Brian Brown out of Gainesville, Texas, for the Ironworks car. So it's all right. I know how hard those guys work. You can smile. It's just a little one. Look at him. He's like, yeah, right, buddy. Good luck to you, man. Hard job. Like we say, right? Hot dogs in hotels. So juniors should be back in the lanes. The juniors should be back in the lanes, ready to go. Junior dragsters, and brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment. The Pro Junior category and the Sportsman Juniors brought to you by Zimmerman Properties and Construction. Thank you for the sponsorship. You know, you'll never get lost with those shoes, ever. The family will know where you're at. Everyone will know where you're at. You'll never be able to hide it dark behind the bushes at home. They'll see you. You know what I'm saying? Those are glow-in-the-darks. You're like, yeah, all right, man. Can you find something else that's cooler to talk about? All right, so with that, the juniors are coming at you, and then I'll wait for my Uncle Jimmy to give us a call and tell me what we're going to do. He said he might alter a few things, but we certainly have another round of qualifying, I believe, in the professional categories. And at 11, 12, 1, not too bad. We'll find out what's going to go on. Yeah, Chad, brownies. That was at 12:36. It's already 1:01. Well, I've just found out that Elvis's real daughter lives in a tower up here. She wants a peanut butter and banana sandwich. If anybody has one, you could bring a peanut butter and banana sandwich up here for the beautiful Megan. She'd really appreciate it. Not fried, just a fresh bananas and fresh peanut butter. Good morning. All right, Pro Modified. Final round of qualifying. Pro Modified to the lanes, please. Final round of qualifying. Q4 for Pro Modified. I don't know who she's laughing at, but I know she wants a peanut butter banana sandwich. So if anybody on white bread is okay, if anybody can bring it up here to the base of the tower, go make one for her. She'd really appreciate it. She hasn't eaten in 3 days, although she had the 76 Jimmy stick that is shaped like a car tool. How's it going, Fangs? What's up, brother? There you go. This kid's onto the Tucci show over here. So once again, Stroud Safety Equipment, Pro Modified. Your final round of qualifying to the lanes, please. Stroud Safety Equipment, Pro Modified. Final round of qualifying, please. Oh, okay. Sorry. I got to put your name in there, Big Country. Big Country wants to send out a happy birthday to Tyler, his son, the young son down there in Florida. Right now he's probably got Spring Bash 21 going on in your front yard with probably 10,000 young kids from college while you're out here in Texas. So enjoy, little countries. While your dad's here, I'll keep him occupied and throw the 20 kegger and fill the pool up. So happy birthday, Tyler. So once again, Stroud Safety Equipment, Pro Modified, to the lanes, please. All right, so the juniors now have got them fired up. It's amazing how these kids are. I guarantee you, you couldn't get them to cut the grass at home, but they'd pull their arm off starting this thing. You know what I'm saying? So they'll pull them into the lights. Here comes Carter Popolowski over here. That's a good name if you like pierogies, which I do. Midlothian, Texas. Tyler Wells, that's the young one over there. Tyler Wells and family sitting down there in the right side of the racetrack out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Tyler being the right side, usually running the left lane. The American logo and sign sponsored machine of Tyler Wells. American logo and sign. They do all types of stuff. Graphic signs, the big checks. They do everything at that little company. Used to be the sponsor of the category. We thank them for all their sponsorship over the years. How about that kid? 044 in the tree. And then he runs down 889, 73 miles per hour. Dad, move aside. That's all I can tell you. That kid is on his way. He is learning the tree so good. In the left lane, how about 891, 72 miles per hour for Popolowski. And then Michael Barker comes up out of Wichita, Texas. Mackenzie Roberts will be out of Forney, Texas, in the right side. We still have yet to see a peanut butter and banana sandwich on white bread for our beautiful girl on the computer, Megan, who's tired of cheeseburgers and hot dogs. That or she's not telling us something. .580 and 7.0 index to the lanes. 580 index, 4, 5, and 6. 7.0 to 1, 2, and 3. 7.0 index, 1, 2, and 3. 580 to 4, 5, and 6, please. Here comes Michael Barker, the MBNX. The Peterson machine. Watch the purge over here in the front. Did they do it today? They did it last night. Pro Modified. Stroud Safety Equipment Pro Modified to the lanes. Pro Modified should be in the lanes, please.
how the boys.
All right, so down there on the right side, they are ready to go to work. And that junior finds the green, 083, 022. All right, I'm not sure if there's anything we need to talk about after it, but she has cravings. Thank you to the Lewis Pro Mod team. That was very kind of you. And if you'd like, we can return the loaf of bread. We just wanted really a couple sandwiches, but that was very, very kind. Reed Clocker coming up on the right side.
Hey, listen.
All right, so the light's down on the green side. 035, Reed Clocker goes down. Ready to go 784, 893. Not bad at all. Good run for that team right there. Look at that little dry hop, man. Getting it done after the puddle. All right, so we got category together here in the pro and sportsman, so they're running together down there at 784, 787, good run, quicker to the right lane, goes down there and goes red, 024 in the tree, followed right by the red of a 006, which you don't see because its first red light is the one to stay red and the other one's a green is a winner. So you shall learn how the tree works. Wow, that would scare me. The hit of the throttle there. Cole Chittum out of Tuscola, Texas. And Dad looks like, he's like, man, I don't know. That thing's just like, I guess it's running all right. So Mackenzie Edgar over there in the right lane. Pro Modified should be in the lanes. Pro Modified should be in the lanes, please. Final round of qualifying. Pro Modified should be in the lanes.
Was I told to call 7-0 and all that?
Yeah, they switched
Was
All right, 7-0 index, 1, 2, and 3. 580 index, 4, 5, and 6. You should be there. 7-0 index should be in the lanes. 580 should be in the lanes. Index cars to the lanes. There we go. Young lady goes down there. 005 red. Finds 82 mile per hour charge at a 788. 884 in the left lane for Chittum. Cole, and here comes the next two. Gage Martin in the right lane. That's the son of Todd Martin down there. Todd, the Pro Mod driver, who rattled the tires earlier in round number 3, will probably be at the back of the lanes again after his son.
Hang
So Riley Clocker over here out of Broken Arrow. Both of them out of Oklahoma, both drivers. Riley, the young lady, will go up here in the left lane. Gage Martin. Nichols Hill. His name's not Nicholas, but they had it wrong. But he's from Nichols Hill, Oklahoma. How about that Gage? He's getting it done right there. 05 on the tree. Gage 779. Look at his dad look over there. 83 miles per hour. 8.00 in the left lane for the young lady. Riley. And the next two coming up. Right lane. Trent Augustine, the left lane. So, thank you, Miss. Savannah.
Hey, listen, ladies. 34 years being, and I'm deaf. Sorry.
Savannah Bryant right there in the right side. Doing the burnout. Getting ready. Augustine sitting down there in the left lane, ready in his junior. Jeff Pierce telling Phil Schuler, you can't touch this. That was what he's telling him. That was the dance move from that. I remember that move from the video back in the day. So there's the run, 782. They've waited for 782.5, 782.1 in the right side. Good drag race, man. 043, 050 in the left lane on the reaction time. Grant Chittum. So the Chittum family right here. There's Grant down there on the right side, his little junior dragster. All right, so Chittum down there on the right side, going to get the final shot here in juniors, and then I believe the 7-0, if I'm not mistaken, category will be next, 7-0 index. And the young Chittum goes down, shuts it off at 7.98 seconds at 79 miles per hour. Pretty good. The RJ Trailer side of the racetrack, rjtrailers.com. If you're like Chad Reynolds and you're looking for a enclosed or a unenclosed trailer, give them a call. See what they have for you. Chad, on the other hand, will probably be getting the 68.99% discount on the trailer he's looking for because he's religious to those guys. And you know what? If you're looking for a really good, huge semi or double stacker, camper, whatever, and the toter home and all the things, you got to give our friends a call. They sponsor our deal, and they are nice guys. Alan Cape and all the guys at AAA, AA Motorsports. Lauren Wilson and everyone down there. He sent me a text. He's not here this weekend. Usually he's here, and I'm out of my groove. He gives me the paper and tells me everything that's on sale and if they have a rig on display. But Flying A Motorsports, they have a beautiful semi Kenworth for sale with it's the old Candies and Hughes, I believe, hauler for NHRA, but it is beautiful. It's for sale, 200,000+, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous trailer and rig to pull your race team around with. Right now it's 7-0. It's Jody Cernak and Cody McLean. McLean will be in that pickup truck on the right side, ready to go. Red light start by 44 one-thousandths of a second for that car. Down there at the 699.6 will be McLean's number and his claim to fame right there, because 7.0 is what you want to run. Closest to that number either way, higher or lower, is going to be a winner. And that'll be coming up in our elimination rounds very shortly here today. Shane T down there looking at the track surface for his tune-up that he will put in to my other brother Daryl Hubbard's beautiful Chevrolet Camaro that's driven by Ed Thornton out of Chino Hills, California. In the right side, Blaine Rodriguez, Trinidad, Texas. Gotta like it. Maverick Mackey in the left lane. Canton, Texas in the left lane. Going down, 7:05. Look at that run, 7.002. That's a winning number. That's a package you could walk down the beach in a Speedo in, right there, if you put it together. You know that commercial, the guy with the glass and the dog looks at him? Yeah, I dream of that one day. But anyway, here comes Darrell Hamlin, Jr. I love this station wagon. No, I'm not going to marry it, but I tell you what, it is cool looking. It's got the old Cal tracks on the back, probably a radial tire. Red Oak, Texas base. John Hammond in the right side. Hammond's got the Chevrolet Vega. That's old school. Real old school drag racing. Big tubbed out, tired Vega. Vega goes through at 670, 697, closer to 7.0. Watch that wagon throughout the weekend, the rest of the race. Keep your eye on him. What's he pointing at? Hey, starter, he's pointing at something in front. He's pointing at something down closer to him. Liquid, maybe? Well, that was nice of him, right? The driver. He didn't want to run it over. That's all right. So our starter said, "You're okay, dude. Bring it on." Tony Caprio. God, look at that Corvette. That thing, it just looks like it should be in a museum. Blowing, 2 carburetors on top. So with that, Caprio, 695.5. There's a better run in the right lane, 7.00 for Anus, Jeff, I believe. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. Here comes the butternut yellow Chevrolet Z28 Camaro. And the old Chevrolet Corvette of Charlie Berry. Berry's got the Hoosiers on the back end. God, it's just, with Easter right around the corner, that Corvette reminds me of like the egg colors, They're not shiny, they're dull, but it tastes good when you crack it open. That thing looks cool. There's the old yellow machine, black Band-Aid stripes on it, factory look. Will be in the left side, 7.0 for Harrelson. Harrelson down here, let's see how he does. Bang Shift got us on the feed right now, bringing it all to you. Thank you to Hoosier, thank you to Hussey Performance. Kryptonite Customs, Strange Engineering, I forgot them, man. Great company out of the Chicagoland area. I mean, you're looking for yokes? That's not an Easter joke, but like a yoke for your rear end or your drive shaft or axles or all types of great things. That company right there, Strange, can take care of you. Mosier and QA1, Summit, of course. Thank you to Summit and all the things they do, ATI, and just a lot of great people. Flying A Motorsports, of course. If you're looking for a new rig to tow your vehicle to the track, I don't care if it's open trailer or closed, they have what you need. They finance too, if you're capable of getting it. So they shall find out. Here's the Chevrolet Camaro matchup, 69 versus 67. Red light. He must have been staring at that 67. He painted it the same. Look at that. Trip zips, man. If we were giving away frozen pizzas, he'd get one today. But we're not, so keep racing. Trip zips, he goes down, finds himself at 7:02. Too quick at 795 for Ricky Mays and company. Like this car. Look at it. It looked like a power window. Did you see that? Or is it just me? I mean, I had mushrooms last night over there at that concession area, and I'm not sure if I'm still right, but that car looked like it had power windows. Joe Bonner out of Forney, Texas, on the left side, the little red Nova. The black Chevrolet Chevelle, Anthony Jack. Oh, and a red light start for Bonner. And the run down there, 701, 710. They're getting it. What they're doing is tightening it up. Little Priscilla. All right, so with that, the lights are down. Cole Jones out of Plano, Texas, the two-door station wagon, 7014, 703. I'm telling you, from watching these time runs, this is going to be the toughest 7-0 race you've ever seen in your life. It's going to happen here today. These guys are so close. So what you have to do when you get guys that run like 701, 703, 702, you have to cut the light down. That's the starting line. That's your advantage. Get a better reaction time and know that your car will run that number, and get out there to the stripe first and try to push your opponent past you because he knows he's got to catch up. He'll run a 690. You win at 7-0, whatever. That was free. You don't get that in the Cracker Jack anymore either. They give you the stupid sticker with the baseball on it. Here's the Ford Pinto of Randall Vineyard, Ulysses, Texas. Over in the left lane, he'll go down at 696, 691. For Tim Walker in the right side, not bad for him either. So with all that, that is all about action. Look at the kid. God, the tire smoke. Man, I can't take it. Yeah, man, it makes me want to go vape. Be careful, young man. So Roger Cullum, Maybank, Texas. Look at that kid. My shoe came off. He's just a rookie, that kid over there. Maxie Chittum down there in the pickup truck in the right side. We'll be bringing it to the house. Uh-oh. Hold on. Back up. You went too far. And that guy in the gray sweatshirt wants no part of that glue. All right, so here we go. They're in now. And after all that, he took a nap. He could have sewn a sweater for his grandmother right there with that 306 tree. Look at the kid with his hat on backwards. Look at him. It's like, yeah, man. He's like, this stuff is so cool. Don't forget your shoe up there. Look at her laughing. See, she knows. He knocked his shoes off, got stuck in the glue. If we were having a Dale Earnhardt Jr. contest, you'd win it, sir. Dun, da, da, da. That's what they'd say when the Charmin King would come out. It wasn't Charmin King, it was margarine, right? Imperial, see? There's a little Mustang rolling up in the left lane, the Mustang of Sonny Reeves. Arkadelphia, Arkansas? Arkadelphia. It's like some guy that moved to Philadelphia and then he went back to Arkansas and said, I'm naming this place Arkadelphia. Well, he got it right there. From Reeves will be in the left lane. Libham, John out of Tumble, Texas, in the right side, and the Chevrolet with all the stickers on it. He's been around some. Knows the game. Look at him bump in. He wants every inch of that starting line. Gets the whole shot by a bit, 084. Down there, 575 and a 580. 579. Would have been closer. Here's another one of the Chitty family members right here. Michael Chitty, Ames, Iowa. Coming up in the left lane, and Ian Dunaway. 580 category. Look at that Ford Falcon. I believe it's a Falcon. It could be a Galaxy. No, it's a Ford Falcon. Was that like a 64? There we go. The little Ford getting out on the green. 023, 066 in the left lane. 572, 576. Closer to 580 would have been the left side of the racetrack. That would have been your winner if we were in eliminations. But we're not. So the Chitty family will have some more action coming up. Nice to see you all out here with your cars. Iowa's a long way from home, but it's a lot warmer here, right? No? All right. I'm with you. Got better corn in Iowa. The soil's better. I almost got the look from a Texan over here in the tower. She was like, what are you talking about? The soil's better. Texas proud. Here we go. Gotta like it now. Chevrolet Nova, the white striped one, will be in the left lane. In the right side, you have the, I want to say Oldsmobile, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking at the taillight. Is that an Olds emblem on it? I think it is. Like an Olds, what would that be? Calais? And a red light start there for Wilburn. Sam out of Rosie City, Texas. Goes down. Look at that number, though. 580. 580 with a 0. That's what you're looking for. Sam I am. 580 man. No green eggs and ham. He's good. John Helfrich goes down at 586.99. Here's Tommy Jenkins coming up out of Dawson, Texas. Ryan Morris out of Waxahachie, Texas will be on the right side. It's our 580 index. Whoever's closest to it, this is a test run for him. It's a good-looking black Chevrolet Camaro backing up into the groove down there. And the red S10 pickup truck of Jenkins.
That red Nova right behind you, Mark.
Yeah, get it, man. Get that break that new motor in over there in the right lane. Yeah, hit it. Get some. One more. You didn't hear me. Don't have his name on file, but man, that new motor sounds good in that old Chevrolet Nova. Jay Casey over here, Farmers, Texas will be in the left lane. 580, the number. Right side, burnout's complete. He did enough for 4 burnouts, but it's complete over there in the right lane. Colton Jordan, I want to smack you with a bat, dude. I really do. That was a good one. And you got to cover yourself on names like that. You never know. Look at the young girl. Come on, go, go, go. Wow, 600, 580, perfect run. 580 with a 0 in the left lane. Man. Here's the Gibson Motorsport Chevrolet Nova back end. Here's the Lucas Oil, proud sponsor of the Midwest Drag Racing Series and MAVTV Plus. Don't forget, today they shall be on there. Is it going to be free today? Do we go on that Facebook, or do we got to pay? How does it work?
I'm not sure.
There we go. New guy from there can't answer my question, but it's all right. I still like him. We'll find out all those things. Miss Ellen will tell us. Hey, Mom, that young girl is so focused. You should get her to a crew chief shirt for that team. She was like driving the car while he was going down. She's still telling him, we got to change the tune up, Mom. And the mom's going, are you sure? She's like, I'm telling you guys. Oh, don't listen to me because I'm just 10, okay? But I know this stuff. I've sat on this back seat for 3 years now. There's a Lucas Oil Machine of Huffman. Chase Huffman out of Waxahachie, Texas. Ron Gibson, Norman, Oklahoma. 583, 575. Quicker, but not closer to the number of 580. Old Chevrolet Corvette's got some thump in it. There's my buddies down there. There's Daryl Hubbard's friends standing on the fence. I know those guys. You can't hide anywhere. Don't even try. You guys from Kansas, too? Yep, Kansas. Right where. You know what? I got to tell you a true story while they're going to drag the track. Daryl Hubbard brought some sweet corn to Denver once, up the mountain. And it was the best sweet corn I ever had in my life. I'm telling you. I don't know where or what he put in it, or if he, planted it in the sugar field, but that was the best sweet corn I ever had. So Daryl Hubbard, he said, yeah, just give me your address, I'll get you a case. I don't want a case. I just enjoy it for the moment. It ain't about the free sticker, you know what I mean? Hey, young lady. Yes, you in the gray shirt, miss. Say hi to the farmers from Kansas to your right there. To your right. Say hi to those two guys on a fence right here. Just give them a wave. There you go, guys. See? Look at him blushing. Look at your camouflage hat won't work no more because you were like beet red. So they're going to go back and say, Daryl, that Tucci's crazy, man. There's the last time I go to the fence. Anyway, but what a great, great, great deal. Let's spray the tracks. Pro modified. Whiteley is going to be the first one out there to test it. Brandon Schweitzer's in the house. It's good to see him. The NOS tuner, genius from the age of 15 to whatever he is now. He's young still. Then what are you, 30 years old now? Did you finally make 30? That kid, I'm not kidding, and I tell the story, he gets a little shy, but that kid right there, how old were you, 15 or 16 when you won that car in a bracket race? Like 16, right? 16 years old. He went, and it wasn't like 10 guys showed up. He went through like 300 cars, and there was a free car. He won the whole deal at 16. That's where his Florida roots come from, man. That kid could drive too. Then he went into nitrous oxide and figuring it out. And now he's like the scientist of the stuff. Schweitzer Dynamics. It's good to have him out here and tuning and doing the things he does, making the right calls and putting the power where it belongs. I would tell you I believe it was Brian. Is it Brian Lewis, to Mrs. Lewis, or sister or aunt, who brought up the peanut butter? She made her sandwiches. She's more than happy if you want to pick it back up. She is so happy, and I didn't know she was pregnant. So that's what it was. She said, man, I could go for a peanut butter and banana. And I'm looking at this young kid going, really? Is there anything you should tell us? And then after it all, she said, yeah, well, I am pregnant. And I go, well, Elvis Presley, you live. Name the kid Elvis or Priscilla. Oliver. That's a good name. I mean, that's one you don't hear every day. You know, you got Stephen, Michael. But anyway, she thanks you so much to the Lewis Racing Team. But she has your stuff wrapped up, and she made herself 13 sandwiches. So there's still 2 pieces of bread left. I'm just kidding. But she just, you gave her fix for this young pregnant mom. That was so nice. Plus, she had the 76-foot beef jerky stick that she had earlier. That she got at Bucky Beaver or whatever that place is, Bucky's. And she had to put it through the trunk, through the back seat, over to the dashboard to make it fit. Hey, Scott, what's going on? How you feeling? You happy about that last run? We got 400s out of it. Oh, him? That kid, isn't that kid? He's the quiet. He's the one. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Now now it's like, oh, if you guys don't have, if you don't have the lick on Cracker Jack tattoo, you can't come into the tree fort. So he's thanking all those guys for some of their help. So he's pointing at Stevie. He's pointing at our fine guy Phil Schuler, who knows how to tune a fish and a car. He's really good at it, actually. And Pierce, who is one of the low-key, quiet guys. Hey, how was that barbecue, Big Country? Was it good? It's here? Was it good? Oh, you're such a good guy. Hey, that guy you're with there. Doesn't that look like a big Chris Nelson? A little bit? Oh, yeah. If he liked Chris, he'd say, yeah, he sure does, man, yeah. Nice to see you guys all out here enjoying your vacation. And it is Todd Martin. Todd, a little to the left, the sun for those legs. A little left. There you go. Thank you. They make that in a can now. You can just spray it on real fast and you look good. That's all right, Todd. I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying I could never even stand next to you right there. Look at the lights went on by themselves when you walked by, the staging beams. I love you, Todd Martin. You know it. Don't even go there. And your kid's running so good, dude. I'd be proud. You know what I mean? Sometimes you forget about that, right? The blue car, and you think, wow, man, his kid's so good at what he's doing. He's got his own drag strip at home to do the deal in. So it should be fun, man. We got Pro Mod, final chance to get in the game. Can I have a qualifier? Well. There we go. And Jim, who's coming out in the left lane, went up a spot from 3rd to 2nd. Jim Whiteley, J&A Service. And I believe they went 66.8. Martin's at 66.4. And then below them, 0.02 of a second is Brandt. And the Brandt Electrical Chevrolet Camaro. Tony, I hope he got it fixed. If not, you won't see him till elimination. But Tony Strachan, who went 368.4 and had a lot. I call it the visit to the piston goddess, is what I say, because, man, that thing was going. It was puffing out a hole somewhere. Then Joey Oaksis, number 5, as we sit here and get ready for the final round of qualifying. He's in. Todd Moyer, congratulations. 369, as Moyer finds himself running pretty stout, man. Pretty stout. Haney over there at number 7, who's also running good at 369.5. That tells you how good that nitrous car runs. Look at that, 369.5, and then 369.1 for Todd Moyer's Pro Charger car. So it just, when you look at it, just tells you how great the rules are in this Pro Mod field. and the way this organization runs. Nobody runs away with anything, blower, turbo, or whatever it be. And then you have Cunningham, Tommy, the Stroud Safety Equipment, number 8 car, the Hertz Rent-A-Racer at $369,900. The Ghetto Sleigh of Rudolph. I like that. Number 9 at $371,000. Then we go right down to the 70s, 72 for Hobbs. Stouffer at 74, 74 for Thornton. Matt and LeBate and the guys out of Albuquerque at 378, 79 for Laster, who had that big flash of flame in the last outing in the left lane. Gallegos' beautiful Willys, car 69, went 382. They picked up the pace from last night. 393 for Lewis. Lewis, who was the Nanner sandwich giver. We thank them, the Lewis Racing Team. If there's anything in a trophy for giving Nanners and peanut butter out, we'll find it for you. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final round of Pro Modified Stroud Safety Equipment, bringing it to you. Qualifying final round. Let's see if they can get in. Rolling up, Jim Whiteley. Oh, another battle of the muscle cars right there. The Chevrolet Corvette of Jim Whiteley out of Grand Junction, Colorado will be in the left lane. And in the right side, it's that 71 Hemi Cuda. John Stouffer, Neosho, Missouri-based machine. Scott Palmer teaming up with him this year, as we said many, many times. Palmer, the top fuel driver, the alcohol funny car driver, the Nitro Pro Mod driver, the guy, the man, the myth, the Evel Knievel loving legend down there behind that Cuda. Stouffer loving everything he's doing. It's a car that was brand new out of Larry Jeffers just 1 year ago. Rolling up to the right side, that beautiful Chevrolet Corvette for Jim Whiteley out of Colorado will be in the left lane. Supercharged, a pair, ready to go right here. You look at qualifying, there's only one place for Whiteley to go. It's to the top. And he will need 5 thousandths of a second to do it. 5 thousandths. If he can get that thing there, he'll take the Todd Martin and put him back down to 2. That's the deal. The right side, Stouffer, he's number 11. He's got a whole tree he could climb right here in qualifying. Let's see how they do. See if they're conservative. Let's see if they're not, and they go for the fences right here. So Stouffer goes into the top lights here in qualifying round number 4. Whiteley gets in ever so gently to the top light. Now they're going to edge their way into the bottom lights. Then the throttles will go down. Stouffer's in. Whiteley's in. Lights are down. Look at it. Whiteley's got to lift a bit, but 372. They find a couple more. They are trimming at it there like a hedge. They get 2 more from 74 to 72 at 193 miles per hour. So let's see if that will change anything for them. 372. We go to our tree here. 372 with a 6, and it does. 372 with a 7 was Hobbs. So Hobbs just lost his spot. They switched. Hobbs goes to Stouffer's old qualifying spot. Stouffer goes up to number 10. So he's in the middle of that field. Sometimes guys like to be there in the 10 spot. We shall see. There's a little pressure going on. I mean, there's some guys that aren't qualified in the 16-car field. And Lewis B. Or B. Lewis, excuse me, is on the bump right now at 393.1. Aaron Wells not in the field. Dwayne Mills not in the field. Wayne Roberts not in. Richard not in, and Story not in. Brandon. But Ed Thornton's in. It's going to be one of those turbo cars, the twin turbo Shane T-tuned machine. Shane Tecklenburg out of the state of California. Shane doing the tuning over here for the Lenco sponsored Chevrolet Camaro of Darrell Hubbard. Darrell Hubbard Racing. Ed Thornton doing the driving for Darrell Hubbard. We'll see how they do. Out of California, Chino Hills, California. The representation right there. I would say it's nice to see Mr. Ingersoll out there representing, not in the NHRA Pro Stock this weekend with the Elite team, but out here representing the guys, Eddie Thornton and everyone, out of California. Nice guy right there in the black with his hands in his pocket getting ready to watch this run. Todd Moyer, on the other hand, the guy running up to the car to check things out. Stevenson and the team, father and son engine builders out of the New Jersey area, working with Todd Moyer, giving Todd Moyer a chance here, I would say. He's number 6 in qualifying, man. Been a long time coming to see that name Moyer up on the sheets in top 10. They got a problem, though. The guy down there at crew chief shaking his head, something ain't right. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to pull the pin? That's the question. Oh, they're going to go for it. There they go. He got it figured out. That's the mechanic in him. Pulled out his Fisher-Price toolkit, and it must have worked. Here we go. So Moyer will be in the top lights already. He gets in fast. He didn't want to make Eddie wait. Eddie brings the turbos up. The Shane T tune-up. Let's see how they run. Moyer's car was violent, man. I mean, I'm telling you, violent. They go 376, 214 for Thornton and company. Little Thornton's got a smile on his face. He looks happy. Well, he just wants to drive the thing. That's all he wants. He's parked the Schwinn, man. He's telling these guys are getting old. I got to get in here. I don't want to build a new team. So Shane T's not grinning. He's not shaking his head. He's just walking away, going back to the drawing board another time. Ed, who drove that thing really well, and down there for Todd Moyer and company. Hold him up, guys. Hold him up. Got to look at the top end. Hold him up. It's all right, Thornton. It's just something dripping. They just want to check the top end. How you doing, Trey? Nice to see you, young man. I can't open that thing. I'm not allowed to open that door. You have to break in. Get a credit card or something. Jimmy it. That or an old door lock deal. Anyway, so... Hey, Trey, come over to the window a second, young man. Trey, there's too many people up here. They're doing the wiring for the TV show. Right here, they're on the floor. You can't see them, but later on I'll let you come up. There's too many guys right here. Don't be upset. Give me the thumbs up. Oh, glad to see you too. I love you, kid. Anyway, so with that, more Pro Modified. Hey, look who's out there. Good night. Good night's out here, man. I haven't seen Good Night in a long time. Look at him out there. He's got the beard going from ZZ Top this year. Hanging out, loving everything he does. Don't shake your head. You know what I mean? You already cleaned the wax out of your ears this weekend. Look, he's got the rest of the band behind the wall on the left here. They're all with him. Hanging out. So that means that the Haney team, and look, there's the Stroud. There's my Hertz Rent-A-Racer team. They look so good. Their shirts, they're all pressed. Mama Cunningham's over there, got all the boys and gals over there looking good and fed. Tommy's got his lovely gal over there ready to slam the door on him for another 3-second run. Stroud Safety Equipment sponsoring this category of Pro Modified this year, and I thank them highly for that. And I thank him for the things he's done for me. He's a good man. I'm telling you, Tommy is a class act. Now, is Larry down there? Where's Larry? Larry, I heard you were working all winter on trying to find secrets. That is so good of you, Larry. You keep going, man. You keep going, because it's so nice to see the family figuring this whole thing out and running good numbers. So that's what it's all about. We wish them the best. They're getting up to qualify here. Tommy right now sitting in the number 8 spot. He went 699.9, and he's right there at the 60 range. Everyone below him, 71, 72, 74. I mean, so he's showing his 60 power, and just to tell you how close it is, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the 69 range. Tommy's the 4th of those guys, but it doesn't matter. That is like a blink of an eye. I mean, you can't even, it's faster than a blink of an eye. So remember, all of you out there, when you're building your car, or whatever it be, Stroud Safety. Safety users are never losers. That's the truth in this sport of drag racing or anything. Dune buggying, whatever it be. I'm sure they can help you with anything from lap belts to parachutes to all the suppressant stuff. Good people, though. So thank you to Stroud Safety for jumping on board this year. They've been sponsors with us with the Midwest Drag Racing Series, brought to you by Summit Racing Equipment, presented by J&A Service. But they have now took this category, the fastest door slammer category in the world, over in Pro Mod. So some good stuff. Let's see if he's going to jump the fence. He's sizing it up. Nope. Found out it's electric. So there is a little bit of a cleanup on the top end. So that's what's going on. All right, so it's just a few more minutes, guys. I know you're in the car getting patient or impatient or extremely patient, but they got it almost cleaned up. A little cleanup down there when they shut the car off, a little oil or something, but they'll clean it up. We'll get into some more Pro Modified, Stroud Safety Pro Modified action in final round of qualifying, Q4, here in a moment. And who will... Oh, the Willis. Yes, I love that car. I got to find the color. I got to tell the guys, if they painted that car at night, that car is unbelievable under the lights. I mean, I was joking when I said, when I was a kid, ComEd used to have their work vehicles, that gray. But that color, man, it just like a pearl. Looked like a pearl in night when the lights were reflecting off it. Is it Galagos? Is that how you say your name? Galagos? You guys? No? Anyone shake their head? Galagos? Thank you. Galagos. The girl just said that. No, Galagos. No? I'm watching the guy with the Top Gun glasses on. He shook his head 4 times to the wrong name, so I'm not watching him no more. What's up, little dude? How you doing? Nice haircut, man. I like that. That was me when I had the identical haircut when I was probably that age. There's Yul Brenner's son. He's out here. He's looking for the guys in the farmers down there. Yul Brenner's son, how you been? He works with Eddie Thornton. Yul Brenner's son, you still out of Hollywood, California? You still living off your dad's dime? Yeah, I know you are. I'm glad you like the sport of drag racing. He's such a good guy, too. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he's with the Eddie Thornton. Go get an autograph from him. So they said it's almost clean. It's almost time to go right back into the 4th and final round of the Stroud Safety Equipment. Incredible category of Pro Modified. All right, so there's the guy with the sunglasses that told me I said the name right. I won't forget you now. See, it's like being... I just want to make sure. I've never seen the car. Good family down there. Look at that young... There they are. There's the PPG girls that are with them right there. See? And that beautiful Custom Craft Auto Collision Company, right? And I wish I knew the color of that car. That color is so... At night, you can't even describe it. Chad Reynolds, are you up on the... Is Chad up there on top? He's up there. He will tell you. Shake your head, Chad. Wasn't that color beautiful under the lights last night? Something else. And who doesn't love a Willys, man? You got to be crazy not to love a Willys. You go back to the days. These kids don't even know. The PPG girls don't even know. They see the body, but if they went and looked on the internet back in the '60s at a Willys, gasser cars, they were so beautiful. Everybody wanted one. They ended up turning into like $150,000 steel body cars in today's market. If some guy wants to sell one, 100 and 150,000, but that's a nice looking car. So looks like they're almost complete, they say on the radio. Just a few minutes here, and we'll get right back to the action. And the action it is. And I'll tell you what, it has been such a great weekend so far that I'm going to make a dedication in a minute here. Oh, it looks like they're making their way back. That's a good sign. That's always a good sign. So the Dr. Seuss mobiles. Are we allowed to say Dr. Seuss, right? I mean, I heard something in the news that we weren't, but I've always called those funny-looking machines, the sweepers and the one-wheeled tractor, the Dr. Seuss mobiles, because they remind me of the books that I read as a kid. Anyway, so is that Morgan? Is that girl races juniors out of Tulsa, right? And she had that nice kid, Wida, tuning for him, right? You can't hide. Once it's like in the brain, it's there. But I remember Wida was your crew chief. He's a good kid, too. Very smart. All right, there's our two favorite guys right there.
You want them in the lanes?
Old school back half to the lanes, please. Old school back half cars to the lanes, please. Old school back half to the lanes, please. And we are getting ready. Let the starter get some air, man. That kid never quits. What a working animal. Here we go. Pro Modified, the PPG machine. And Mike LeBay out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Santa Fe, New Mexico. The Willis and the Firebird. Custom Craft. Look at that paint. You see what I'm talking about? The pearl in that paint? God, does that bring back McHale's Navy? All right, so with that, Bill Robert Gallegos, I'll get the right pronunciation from one of the PPG girls down there for Custom Craft Auto Collision. All right, so Robert Gallegos out of Santa Fe, New Mexico, ready to go in the left lane. Here is LeBay. Mike Labatt, ready to make it happen. Gallegos goes out. Hold on. They're going to back him up a little bit. There you go. Watch yourself. They're going to back him up. That's all right. Good starter. Starter knew exactly what went on right there. He said, hold on a second. You guys are like two horses or two bulls in a pen. Take her easy. Here we go. The Willis now. Pro Charger and all. Dyno Edge, sponsored machine of LeBate. Lights are in. LeBate's in. Here we go. Lights are down. Man, the Willis has got a good one going out there. How about that 3.88 seconds? 388. Robert goes down with a good run. So he went 382 quicker last time, but he's .958 in the 60-foot. Thank you to the Custom Craft Auto Collision girls and the PPG paint and everything. You go. I'm telling you, that's what makes the sport great. When those guys from MAVTV come down and get in your face, make sure you're not shy and you tell them how you feel and pronounce that name that I couldn't. All right. I finally got it. I got my interpreter up here. It's Gallegos. Thank you. Muchas gracias, chica bonitas. Chica. I didn't say chicos. Stay where you're at. Once again, we need to clear the starting line. If you're not with a team, not with a race team, you need to clear off the starting line. That's coming from the safety up here, and the insurance guy just called. He's watching this all on bang shift. If you're not with a race team, you need to clear yourself off that starting line now, please. Please. It's all from the ownership. Here comes the Black Mamba. And there's the Stroud safety equipment, Hertz Rent-A-Racer. And you'll get that if you do your little, you have an Apple phone, go back to Hertz Rent-A-Racer in the 60s. They rented cars from Hertz. Nothing like that, but the same color, you know, until they found out guys were taking them to the drag strip and beating the snot out of them. That ended very quickly. But that's where I get the name Hertz Rent-A-Racer, the stripes on the car, the color code. Now we got the Summit Racing Equipment, sponsored Keith Haney out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Ready to make it happen right here. Watch the Black Mamba. In the left lane this time out. He's been in a string of 60s that put him right into the number 7 qualifying spot. 69 with a 5, his fastest run of the weekend so far. Final round of qualifying. There it is. Tommy Cunningham getting that last minute move in. The Stroud safety Ford Mustang. Supercharge versus Pat Musey. Huge cubic inch nitrous oxide assisted, gasoline powered in the left lane. Haney now will take his time. He'll come into the top bulb. And we've got a qualifying round number 4 drag race about to happen right here. Haney's in, lights are down. Green's in, Haney rattled the tires. Tommy Cunningham drives through everything at 3.71 seconds at over 197 miles per hour. Haney rattled the tires hard, I'm telling you. You got out there about 300 feet and that thing just started shaking. He goes 573 just coasting, but he goes 944 in the 60. His light was pretty good, 066, so the old man in the sea got the fish that time. Once again, you got to clear off the starting line. The owner would like everybody that does not belong in that starting line without a team to please clear off. Please. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Nanners and peanut butter in the left lane. That's them right there. They're opening up a brand new organic pregnancy luncheon. Brian Lewis, peanut butter and bananas from Dole, shipped in fresh. Right here on the left side, they're ready to rock and roll. They'll back their Chevrolet up with a Pro Charger. out of Wagner, Oklahoma. And in the right side, it is the Ghetto Sleigh of Jeff Rudolph. This is the only Rudolph that doesn't want to see red. Green, right here, Brownsburg, Indiana. Chevrolet Camaro, a pair. One with the twin turbocharged.
Right? Has he got a turbo now, or?
Hey, we need the red smart car moved over here, please. The red smart car, whoever owns it, could we move it, please? Pretty please. We got a tractor. Heck, we got two guys. We can just pick it up. All right, so Brian Lewis now gets into the top light. Here comes Rudolph. The Ghetto Sleigh, top light lit. Foley stage, inviting to the dance. Rudolph now building boost. The Pro Charger couldn't hold on. Leaves and the thing hooks up, and look at Rudolph. Man, what a run. 380, 217 miles per hour. The ET wasn't there, but man, that thing held the tires. Look at the mile per hour on that run. 217.92. That is just getting it done right there. And you look at 217, Oaks just went 217.08, but 217.92, I think that's the speed of the meet, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be him and Joey O right there. And Mrs. Lewis, thank you so much. That pregnant girl, she's young. She said she's got your stuff packed if you want to pick it up. She does. If you want to come over here, we'll hand it to you. Here she is. She wants her stuff. She's coming to get it. I don't know if the gate code right there, maybe someone will run it to her. Would you run it to her? Oh, here comes. She says thank you so much. She's in the window right above you. You can wave to her. There you go. What a nice lady. Girl was wanting peanut butter and banana, and she got it. Unreal. And speaking of the guy that I said had the mile per hour of the meet, in the left side, here's Joey Oaksis out of Fremont, California. There goes the Rudolph family. Hang on. Happy, joy. Taylor Laster's got his car fixed after everyone got a picture of a fireball coming out of the hood. Taylor in the right side out of Cleveland, Texas. Laster, who's number 14 in qualifying right now, has gone 378.2, I believe. Yeah, but 204 miles per hour. He's going to look for it all right here. This is time to swing for the fence if you want to change that spot in qualifying. Joey, on the other hand, is number 5 as we come into the field. 369.0. The qualifying number for the young, Joey Oaksis, I think some 21, maybe 22 at the most years old. I think. Very young kid. Probably the youngest one in the seat of one of those Stroud Safety Equipment Pro Modified cars here this weekend. Whoa! They're both blue, and one blew by you. Right there in the left lane, 372. The kid stayed with it. She got the little dog tail wag going on down there. Scotty O's like, man, that kid, look at my, that's my boy. Look at him. He's so happy. He's like, I don't know if I'd stayed in it, but he did. You know, everybody feels things different, Scotty. Everything feels things different in the seat of the car. But that kid, 372, 215 miles per hour. So you can see he slowed her down just a little bit. So not bad at all for them. And Jeff Pearson, the guys. And Taylor Laster, who went out there .958, shut it down again when she made a move for the wall. That'll bring up more Pro Mod action coming up here from under the tower behind us. Oh, it's the Whipple Supercharged Wayne Roberts. And Wayne's son, the crew chief down there, will be behind the cars. They back it up. They also have had that horrible weekend they hate to talk about. They're number 19 in qualifying. Their best run, shutting off and coasting at 5:26. If this one, I would tell you what, since you're watching, if this car gets a hold of the track, it can go right to the top. All the way from the bottom of this qualifying list to the top. This thing could go right into the 66, 65 range. So Wayne Roberts, Valley Center, Kansas-based machine and family. Used to have a drag strip, WIR, I believe, back in the day in the 90s. Or WRI. Wichita International. Oh, come on, Wayne. Come on, baby. Feed her. Feed her some fuel. 386.8. 386.8. How about that run, man? I'm just so happy they got the thing down there. 386.8. I think he's on the bump. I really do. I think he just went to the 16th spot in qualifying. And that's what this game's all about. I'm not going to say it unofficial. I'm looking at the second round of qualifying. But, you know, Lewis, who was on the bump, was at 393. 386.8 would put him in the 16th spot. You go right under the Willis. What a job for the Whipple Supercharged Chevrolet Corvette and that family. I'm telling you, that was something. He stayed with that car. He didn't get out of it one bit. Good job, kids, guys, Kansans. Is that the Mustang? Does that sound like the Champ? It is. Aaron Wells firing it up down there. The Wells family not in the field. Number 17. So I would point it out, as fun and as happy as it was, for the Whipple Supercharged Chevrolet Corvette to get in the field of Wayne Roberts, here's the number 17 qualifier, who's capable of going up here and just dipping in the jelly bean jar and taking everyone. So Wayne's crew will have to have their fingers crossed with this one. If this car runs out the back door, Todd Martin will have to have his fingers crossed, because this car can run the number. Today it's been a little different. Darren Mayer, the supercharged tuner. There's Mrs. Wells opening the door. They're checking things out, airing out the smoke, giving them some fresh air. His father, Grandpa Wells over there, and the whole family loving what they do. This is his chance to get into the 16-car field. Can he do it? Aaron Wells out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, his crew chief, giving him the fingers to pull him into the beams right there ever so gently. It's a single pass. There's no pressure with anyone in the other lane. Can they get this thing to run in the 60s where it should be? They've had tire shake. They've been trying to get everything to go their way right now. Sometimes to get through tire shake, you got to add more power. Let's see what they do here. Aaron's in, lights are down. He's going for it. Could be a 68, man, a good run. How about that? 369.2. Aaron Wells goes right into the 60s to indulge himself with all the high hitters right here. 69.2. That will put Aaron Wells number 7. And that pushes that ladder down, and I'm afraid to say that I think Wayne Roberts got pushed and Dwayne Mills got pushed down further on that one. So the bump would probably belong to that beautiful gray Willis.
How do we see his name?
So Gallegos will go into the bump, I think. And and here's the guy who can still change it. I apologize. I thought we were done. Is this our final Pro Mod? Here's another guy that if he gets it running right, because you can tell by the power this thing possesses, this thing could run the number. Oh, what do I don't need no stinking badges. Oh, there goes Todd Martin, ladies and gentlemen, your number one qualifier. Watching as things take place, saving the parts and pieces. Sometimes that's the way to do it. When you know there's no threat, and you're going to come into this competition, you're going to have to be very, very careful. Let's watch the nitrous oxide machine of Reggie Richard out of Forney, Texas, trying to qualify for his very first call. JA Service Alcohol Funny Car to the lanes. J&A Services Alcohol Funny Car to the lanes, please. So Reggie Richard had problems getting the thing to run. They got that idle problem down. It's running good now. Big nitrous oxide behemoth in between the frame rails. Oh, take it easy, Reggie. Take it easy. That chassis, you don't want none of that after that deal, so you let off. So Reggie goes down 594.4. It's coming around for that team, though. I got to tell you that. I'm not kidding. No, hey, this isn't easy. If this was easy, we'd all be doing it. So thank you for being a part of it. And you know, there's another category for you to run, I think. I'm sure they have the slammers. Yeah, we have the slammers, so you guys can still be in this deal. So just remember that. I know you're new to us. We have a thing called the slammers. Go over to the merchandise, or they'll come to you. Ellen will come to you and find you. So you still could be in the deal. What a round of qualifying, Ellen. Right? You know, it's incredible stuff we're watching here. And the Willies and everybody, and then finally the Whipple supercharged Corvette out of Kansas gets in, and then all of a sudden he gets pushed back down after Aaron Wells goes out there and puts his flag in the moon.
The good thing is, though, we do insert alternates, so for those broken we insert, and then the second chance race, the Slammers class, everybody has a chance to come back. But very uncharacteristic for Wells to not be in Q4. They've struggled and worked their butts off this weekend.
It's that Darren Mayer, that experimental stuff. How you doing, miss? Nice to see you. Thanks for letting us back in your house. There's all the kids enjoying life. How are you, kids?
Did you say we had 5 coming, Randy? 5, and they're all getting ready to roll right now. Stand forward.
Anyway, with that, we're going right into Top Sportsman? No. Old School. I thought it was Brown over there. Old School back half. I apologize. Old School back half. This is their final shot at the track before eliminations today. Oh, man, am I glad she's here. Because these guys would have come right back to the lanes. This is the eliminations right here, first round. Old School back half. Thank you, miss. So Old School back half, first round of eliminations right here. So you got to be on your game. All right, so here's a guy that's going to be happy. He's going to get a free shot at the track right here because no competition for him in this one. So Jay Moore, Terrell, Texas, will be coming back. Funny car should be in the lanes. J&A Service Funny Car should be in the lanes. There's a good run. 5.0 is the index. Goes 5.02, 133. J&A Service Funny Cars to the lanes. Final round of qualifying. J&A Service Funny Cars to the lanes. Race Star Wheels Top Dragster, stand by. My, how the world turns. That's what I say, because from the sound of our race director, and not Jimmy, but Ellen, we should just say organizational director, maybe the run that we're looking for that Whipple supercharged Kansas machine. They may be in the deal. I guess Hobbs' car might not be able to make it. I'm not saying that officially until I really hear it, but that would be something. Now we got competition right here in the 5.0 old school back half. Here's Paul Harris. He's tough at this deal. J&A Service alcohol funny cars to the lanes, please. The old Pontiac of Harris doing the burnout, getting ready to go. Clint Parker out of Gilmer, Texas. Ready to make the Chevrolet come to life. It's old school back half. It's 5.0 index. Closest to the 5.00 index comes back for another round. Here they come, right into the lights. Harris, I'm telling you, that Pontiac runs. I've watched it in the state of Texas before in this category. I don't want to take anything away from Parker, but Parker goes red. It's over for him for the afternoon. Down to the top end, there it is, a 5.022, 142 and a wind light. Coming up for Paul Harris. Clint Parker, who went red, 022 in a tree. Beat himself right there. Gotta wait for the green. Chevrolet Nova coming up in the left lane. That's Mike Morgan. Butch Johnson, the 55 Chevrolet. Man, is that cool. I don't care if it's painted or not. That is so cool. That's two-lane blacktop cool right there. Sitting down there, the 55's got the roof line, everything going on. Just brings back memories of so many that race these cars, and I've known so many of them. One guy, Keith Roberts, in the state of Florida, down in the Panhandle area, who has the collection of some of the most famed 55 Chevrolet drag cars you'd ever see. I'm sure he'd love to have this one. Now, if Keith would have called me and said, look what I got here for sale, I bought it for you, Tooch, I'd go in and pick this one up. I like this. Butch Johnson, Grand Texas.
Is it Grand Texas or Grand Prairie?
Grand Prairie, Texas. So let's see how they run right here. 5.0, closest to it. Chevrolet Nova. Wouldn't you figure? I love 55s, and I own a Nova that's legendary at home. A 70 big block. But let's see how they do right here. Look at Butch. Butch is out by a bunch, man. Look at the number for Butch. 5.00 seconds. Butch goes down there and shows him how it's done right there, man. 050 on the tree. What a job for that Johnson family. Awesome deal, guys. That is a driver right there. That's a man who trusted his car. He stayed with it. He had a whole shot and a half. 050 to a 1655 on a tree. Johnson was way out, but he trusted the car. Well, here is Paul Martin coming up out of Coppers, Texas.
Coppers, Coopers?
I couldn't hardly read it.
Oh, that's all right. I don't mean it like I just I don't know. Who cares, right?
Here comes the guy from, well, his car's copper colored. You never know, right? Yeah, I love this town. I love this place. I want to paint my car the same color. It's the name of the town. So he's ready as he rolls in there, the Copper Martin race team out of Coppers, Texas. And here's John Crow. John's nightmare over there in the right lane. Look at how high the wheelie bars are. Gee willikers, man. If that thing gets up, they're going to go right to the tailgate. Final call, J&A Service, alcohol funny car. Alcohol funny car, your final call to the lanes. First call, Race Star Wheels, top dragster to the lanes, please. Race Star Wheels, top dragster, your final round of qualifying to the lanes. And down on that run, how about a 518 getting the job done for Paul Martin in the copper-colored Coppers, Texas, copper tone, copper bracelet for all those guys who have sore arthritis and all the things that work out for them. All right, here's the showdown. Lloyd Martin coming up out of Garland, Texas, on the right side. He's got that nice-looking Chevrolet Camaro. And he will take on Kirk Williams out of Kaufman, Texas, in the Chevrolet Nova. Going to be a good one. 50 the number. Yeah, you like date nuts, too. All right, so here we go. We need our Race Star Wheels top dragster to the lanes for your final round of qualifying. Final call, J&A Service, alcohol funny car. Here they are, now ready to go. Chevrolet's a pair. Keep your eye on it. 50. You got to run within that number. Closest to 5.00. Look at the right lane. Is he gonna? He is. How about it? And look at the Chevrolet. Now let's go to the reaction time. 016. The guy runs 5:04 to win the race, being Martin. The left lane sleeps on the tree, goes 1.190 in a 60-foot, but he goes 0.192 in his reaction time. Has to keep his foot forward to catch up, and he goes too fast. That's part of the game I told you earlier. You want to cut a good reaction time and try to out-drill the guy in the tree and get out there and didn't trust your car. Hopefully you get that 5.0 like Butch Johnson in the 55 Chevrolet. That was a good run. Here's Shane Bates. Left lane. Chevrolet's a pair, red Camaros. 68 and a 67 or 68? Let me see. I think they're both 68s. So Will Allen will be Kilgore, Texas based. He'll have the big wheelie bars hanging out of the back end over there in the left lane. In the right lane, excuse me. Is that who you're picking? Is that who you're with? 5 in the left? You're throwing down 5. 5 in the left. Here we go. Get ready. So Shane Bates, the big man on campus right now. Will Allen, the Band-Aid striped Chevrolet Camaro, will go into the top lights. Larry Palmer, just like every truck driver, at home in sweatpants and flip-flops, sitting around watching, eating biscuits and gravy at this point. There they go, wheels in the air, man, good light. Look at the car in the left lane, though. He's got him on the tree. Oh, and he goes too quick. He goes 497. He had the tree, he had everything. 503 for the win for Will Allen. Right down there. Will Allen gets the deal with the wheels up in the air. And I'm telling you what, Will Allen's reaction time, you would have thought, no way is he going to win that race. Well, the CUDA's had its problems. I'm telling you what, the CUDA's been doing the wheel stands and having its problems. That CUDA has not really made a good pass all week, and neither is the Chevelle. So this is an if race right here. If it does, should it, would it, could it? The Chevrolet Chevelle 66 model year. Convertible, factory convertible. Supercharged both entries. Remember the last time up, the big straw boss touched the car and it hit the tire so hard, you'd have thought chiclets came out of the guy's mouth, being teeth. The CUDA, Hemi-powered, plumb crazy. Yeah, this would be Jerry Brzezinski and me back in 1994. I had a hardtop 66 big block Chevelle. Not ashamed. Look at this pedal fest. What if he goes too fast? No, he doesn't. Wins. The Chevrolet Chevelle gets the win in the left side. Man, oh man. The door came open. Everything came open. They're happy, though. Look at these guys. They're smiling. They're like, yeah, we go to the next round. How about it? I don't know what's going on. That car's violent than when I've seen it before. It was never that violent. It's like you guys put a new power plant in it. Nope, same power plant. What's going on with that baby? I mean, it's got a mind of its own.
Are you still using needle pointer gauges on your ride? Now you can get that clean, slick look of a digital dash on your carbureted cruiser. Holley's standalone digital dashes can replace all your traditional gauges with a state-of-the-art full-color touchscreen. Available in 2 sizes, the touchscreen auto-dims, giving you crystal clear sharpness day or night. With access to multiple screens just by swiping, you get to view and customize all your favorite gauges. Easily set up driving screens, tuning, race, even warm-up screens. The fully programmable touchscreen allows you to customize the layout of your gauges, displaying them in analog or digital styles. You can set up warning lights and even virtual switches, eliminating the need for external toggle switches. Configure your own backdrop for that custom one-off look, or choose from the pre-configured screens. Basic engine functions are wired directly to the dash, with plenty of room for additional sensors. Configuring inputs and outputs is easily done through the dash. With predefined Holley sensors already programmed into the dash, adding sensors is easy. Non-Holley sensors are also supported with sensor scaling. An internal GPS sensor calculates speed, odometer, and trip functions. An integrated G-meter monitors your acceleration and lateral forces. These dashes are easily mountable on your console, dashboard, off a roll cage, or simply a steering column. With room for 13 multi-configurable inputs, you can be sure everything will be visible and data logged. A built-in USB connection allows you to expand your available memory for easy file management. On-screen data log playback allows you to review vital run information right on the dash, while full analysis via laptop is available. With USB keyboard and mouse functionality, setup is quick and easy. A CAN bus is included for plug-and-play compatibility with Holley EFI systems. So next time you need to keep tabs on the vitality of your engine, swipe on over to one of Holley's new standalone digital dashes. Learn more about Holley's digital dashes at holley.com.
I'm Evan Perkins with Holley, and we're at West Tech Performance, where we just made 902 horsepower on this Holley Super Sniper equipped Pro Charge small block Chevy. The mule for this test is a Pro Charger F1A94 equipped Blueprint Engines small block Chevy block that's got a fully forged rotating assembly. It's about 9.5 to 1 compression, aluminum heads, a hydraulic roller camshaft, a Holley strip dominator intake, and it's topped with an 8-injector Super Sniper EFI system. The Super Sniper is really cool because it's got 8 100-pound injectors and a 2.5 bar map sensor, which means it can support 21.5 psi of boost or 1,250 horsepower. Like the base Sniper, the Holley Super Sniper is completely self-learning capable, which means it can tune the engine while you drive. However, if you're running really big boost or making a lot of power, the best practice is to always have a good calibrator tune the engine on the chassis dyno or the engine dyno using a laptop. For this test, we used 3 different pulleys: a large pulley, a medium pulley, and a small pulley. The large pulley spun the supercharger a little bit slower, and it gave us some time to make sure that the tune was finessed and that everything was working well. Then we dropped down to a medium pulley, and then finally to a small pulley, which upped the blower speed to the fastest that we were able to achieve today. The first pulley made 777 horsepower, the second made 840, and once we had the small pulley on the engine, we made 902 horsepower. Holley's top-tier EFI system is always going to be a multi-port style system, but what the Super Sniper does really well is it's self-contained, easy to tune, laptop tunable, and it can support really big horsepower by just bolting it onto a 4-barrel flange with a supercharger or a turbo. Learn more about the Super Sniper at Holley.com.
Little check of the wheelie bar over in the left lane for Bernard. Little slap on the hood from that kid. Do you have a qualifying list for these guys? I'll give it back, I promise. Oh, rattling the tires. I mean, they were wet. Look at it, still vibrating the tires in the right lane as it's just coasting. How about 4.09 seconds, 197 miles per hour for Bill Bernard out of Littleton, Colorado. And Bernard, who went number 5, quicker today, in the last round went 368.9 at 201. So he left a lot on the table there in round number 4. So for his tune-up, he'll still stay number 5. Billington, who was under him at number 6 in qualifying, ran 371. And that run right there, I'll tell you what, he's going to get out and feel like he just got off a yacht in the sea. His legs are going to be all wobbly. I mean, that thing just shook so hard. It's about just relaxing and seeing what you can do. Sean Bellemare, your number 1 qualifier. Running very well out of the state of California, the Hussey Performance Machine. He's gone 357.3, 215 to earn the number 1 spot. Andy Whiteley, the J&A Service sponsored machine, and the J&A Service Funny Cars, they bring you that category. Is the number 2 at 362.4. You go, Trace Atkins. Thank you. And she's back. That's a good sign. Whether she had to work till 3 or 4 in the morning to get this car running, she is back, and that is a good sign. The lady over there for Team Marshall and his wife. She is quite the gal, man. They're going to check out the track, and she'll get a chance to watch Annie Whiteley over here on the right side. Here comes Annie. God, this sound is so incredible. Comes out of the water, spins the tires to the highest RPM. Looks like Ray Drew's not dressed in his pajamas. He may be out just watching this round. Well, Annie, getting ready. NGK sponsoring the spark plugs. And the left side, the Iron Boys. Brian Brown out of Gainesville, Texas. Look at Annie getting some of that. Man, 3.62 seconds. She is running it like a bracket car, man. Annie Whiteley went 362.4, runs a 362.8, showing us they have the tune-up for the weekend. Todd Moyer, you have a package at the spectator gate. Todd Moyer, you have a package at the spectator gate. So, Todd Moyer, you have a package at the spectator gate, please. What a deal right there. Annie Whiteley running right within the number, back to back. And that means Marshall got her fixed up from last night. His beautiful wife down there now getting ready to pull him into the water box, and she's studying that starting line. She knows right where she wants to put that funny car. And don't let that lady fool you. I've learned a lot about this lady in the last year. Not even year, just last season. They said she can do anything on that car. The clutch, build the motor, do the bottom end. And I'm sure they were up last night after that wild spill in Q3 down there in the left lane. This thing let some oil out, and he got in it, and we'll see how it runs right here. Here we go, Chris Marshall. And it sounds good, man. Brand new pieces, ready to rock your eardrums right there for Chris Marshall out of the state of Oregon. His wife will go down and back him up in the hot rubber they laid down on the burnout and get him right in the groove. Well, you can tell how much they gel together. Look at that. She moves her hand. She says slow down. He stops. All right, Pat Busey Racing Engines, top sportsman to the lanes, please. Pat Busey Racing Engines, top sportsman to the lanes, please. Top sportsman to the lanes. Final round of qualifying. Top sportsman, let's get him there. Jody Austin with the Bushwhacker fuel altered. We are ready for you in the lanes, please. The Bushwhacker fuel altered team, we're ready for you in the lanes. Here we go. Chris Marshall. Hang on to her, baby. That's all right. He's going to get her out there and get the cobwebs out of it. That's all brand new stuff, I would think, in the power department on that thing. 458, 127 just coasting down there. And they will still stay, I would say, number 3 in qualifying. Their best run of 365.6 at 208 miles per hour. And thank you to Mrs. Marshall. I know her name. I don't want to ruin her name, her front name. Brianna, or is it Brianna? Thank you, young lady. You go, you rock. She is so good at her job. Anyway, so Brianna Marshall, number 3, her husband, doing his deal. Chris Marshall, more to fire up here. Oh, is that the fuel altered? Boy, does he listen? He listens good. Is that a lady?
Yeah.
That? You go, girl. Look at this. For all the little girls out there that want to be drag racers, look at this Hemi altar. Mary. Ari. That is Mary Reap right there in that fuel altered coming up here in the left lane. How about that? Man, it's so cool to see that you can grow up. I don't know any background on her, but it is so cool to see a lady driving this altered. The Bushwhacker altered, fuel altered, we're ready for you in the lanes. If you guys want to come out, please bring them to the lanes. Look how pretty that car is. That is purple right there. So
They got some pop in that thing. You could tell by the way the crew walked away. They didn't look at the zoom pipes. They want no part of that. So, Mary Reap. Pretty car. Whoa, look at the front tires still wobbling. Getting out of whack there. So Mary down there just coasting with a hard hit for her off the starting line, rattled the tires. She shall be back later on today.
Okay, gang. I know that the sun is very bright on me, but we are done. That is it for today here at bankship.com. Remember, if you want to watch eliminations, which happen around 5 o'clock today, you're going to have to watch those on MAVTV+. Big thanks to Holly and Holly EFI, as well as Raceback, Summit Racing Equipment,
So our final
J&A
round of
Services.
qualifying
We'll
is
see you
the
guys next time.
dragster category, brought to you by Race Star Wheels. You can see all they do.
Today we're going to take a closer look at Holly's development truck, a 1999 Dodge Dakota. Let's find out what makes it special. Yep, you can't even tell, but underneath the hood sits a Scat Pack 392 cubic inch Hemi, which packs a solid 485 horsepower. The engine fitment looks factory installed. What a sleeper. A Terminator X Max manages the engine, including the VVT and SRV controls, while a Built Hughes 46RE transmission also takes cues from the Terminator X Max. A huge Holley Pro Dash keeps the driver informed. Aside from the custom badging, you'd never assume what lurks under the hood. Holley has taken the guesswork out of installing a Hemi in your Dakota. First, start off by choosing engine and transmission mounts. Our engine mounts are designed to eliminate firewall and brake booster clearance issues while maintaining proper weight distribution. Our transmission cross members are modular, meaning that they will work with all the popular transmissions just by using the right transmission adapter and the recommended mount. Step 2 is choosing an exhaust system. Our Tri-Y headers are designed to work with Hooker Blackheart engine and transmission mounts, giving you maximum clearance and allow left and right-hand starter installations. Our 304 stainless steel headers not only add additional power, but will last a lifetime. Step 3 is choosing an accessory drive. To clear the frame on our Dakota, we've relocated the alternator with our factory style bracket and pulley, which positions the alternator as low and inboard as possible. It fits our one-wire style alternators. If you're using the stock OEM alternator, use this relocation bracket, which works on VVT and non-VVT accessory drives. Step 4 is choosing a flex plate. You'll only need one if you're using an older transmission. Our dish design flex plate allows these older transmissions to mate with Gen 3 Hemi engines. Step 5 is choosing your fuel system. Upgrade your stock fuel pump to handle the increased power of your Gen 3 Hemi. Or choose from a 255 or 450 liter per hour drop-in fuel pump module. We even have a return style or returnless options and fuel rail kits available. Take control of your Gen 3 Hemi with our Terminator X and Terminator X Max EFI systems. Plug and play right out of the box, or take control of your VVT and SRV with Holley EFI software. Terminator X Max also takes control of your 46RE transmission, so you know you're set with a complete turnkey system. The proven performance from Holley EFI systems means less time in the garage and more time in the driver's seat. With our Pro Dash lineup, you'll have all the vitals at a glance on your Dakota. And it doesn't stop there. There's also universal air intake systems, intakes, valve covers, and custom Gen 3 parts. You can be sure to find what you're looking for. From mild to wild, our entire portfolio of brands has the parts you need for your Mopar. Holley has everything you need to get your project going from start to finish. So head on over to Holley.com and start planning your Hemi swap.